Welcome to Married AF. We are your hosts, Brooke and Randal Fowler. On this show, we discuss the topics that really matter.
Like big veiny cocks and our favorite TV shows.
So pull up a chair at our kitchen table and hang out.
While I bulldog my nuts.
Yes. God, what those behemoths wore my headphones?
Well, I don't.
Giant-headed person. Okay, hang on. Motherfucker. Suck it. All right.
All right.
What is that?
Yes. The answer is yes.
All right, We're going.
I gotta
Now it
turn
is.
that down.
I feel like everything's off. My headphones are at like 8 million. Can you turn mine down, please? Somebody
They're
that was
too high.
Yes, Jesus.
How are they now?
You haven't touched it.
How are they
Oh
now?
my God! Stop. Turn them down,
I'm
please.
turning them down.
I don't think you are though, baby. I think you're on the wrong knob.
I think you're right. How about that?
Yes, much better.
Better?
Thank you.
You
Thank
like
you.
that?
Just like that. Thank you.
You like that?
Stop. Yeah. Right there.
Good.
Right there.
Good. All right, everybody. Welcome to Married AF, sons. This is how we get down, sons.
Whoever had these on was hearing impaired, and if they weren't when they put them on, they are now. That was the loudest.
Who was the last one over there? Was that one of the high school legends?
Probably. I don't know.
Putting in a little backy, sons.
Of course. All right.
All right, so we'll start off, sons. Talk about Superior Motorsports. Listen to me. Everybody knows Silvertown. We're a damn golf cart district, sons. All right.
Yeah, what's it called?
District.
Is that what it's called?
District.
PTV District.
All right. So everybody wants to know. They want to get golf carts. Goddamn. Listen. Go to Superior Motorsports. Actually, go see Nathan. Call Nathan. Nathan Chambers, sons. That's all you got to know is Nathan. Talk to him, sons. He's the one that's going to make the shit happen. All right? You can get him. Get him at the shop, 770-591-8899. Listen, if you tell him you talked to Uncle Randy, Brooke, Married AF, just mention some of that shit, Silvertown. They'll do something special for you. Real special.
Well, don't make it sound like it's
Could
naughty.
be nothing. Could be something real special. I think it's going to be real special.
He'll hook you up with a good deal and a fucking quality ass personal transportation vehicle.
Yes. We are the second PTV district in the city of Canton.
What's the other one? Bridgemill?
Thanks to Wintergreen, Evergreen.
River Green.
Something like that.
Okay.
River Tits.
I know there's definitely not a Wintergreen neighborhood, but
something
River
green, though.
River Green. It's down there on the way to the National Cemetery. That big ass neighborhood with the elementary school right in front.
Yeah, but listen, so golf carts are exploding all over Silvertown, sons, and you need to have an end somewhere. Listen, or you're going to get robbed. You go to some of these places, they're going to rob you blind, goddamn. They're going to put you in some bullshit.
Yeah.
You can be in a 900-year lease. Guess what? Batteries, boom, they go dead. Tell you they're new. No, they're not. Guess what? They're used. No warranty.
Sorry.
That's at other places, sons. You go to Superior Motorsports, though, you talk to Nathan, goddamn, he's going to take care of you, sons. That's it, period. Roka. What about Roka? Mm-hmm. What is Roka? Roka's championships, sons. Everybody wants to know, why do you always talk about championships? Because we win. And Roka wins. All right? They don't fuck with people that aren't winners. That's it. If you're not a winner, they won't sell you glasses. When you go in to buy them, if you're not a winner, they'll deny your order, give your money back. So don't even try. You know what? Fucking get them if you're a champion. Also, shout out to Fire Marshal Bill. Register your fucking carts, sons, all right? He's done all this legwork, goddamn. He got us approved. So register the fuckers. It's like $10 or $15.
Is it like for the year?
Yeah, I think it's good for a year or 2 years.
Yeah. If you bought a golf cart, you can afford to pay the $10 or $15 to register it for the year. I think it's similar to like a boat registration. I think like the cost, it's nothing. Yeah. It's next to nothing, and it makes you legal. And don't make us look bad. you know?
Guess what else it does? It solidifies the whole ordinance, all right? It justifies the work that was put into it because regardless how you feel about them, a lot of work went into it, all right? Fire Marshal Bill put a lot of work into that shit, so did everybody that supported it. So, yeah, register your shit and be cool. All right. Yeah, Crystal's saying apparently Silvertown isn't winter since the Roka glasses never arrived. Hey, I think you're wrong. I happen to know someone, I just can't mention it, that actually went on and purchased theirs like a champion. Those are there. You guys just haven't seen them yet. The other ones, anything that's a little Uncle Randy might be hooking up a motherfucker, you know, it takes time, Crystal. It takes time. Mrs. Kilmer. Savage Mrs. Kilmer. $15 valid through 2022.
Yep.
No excuse, sons. No excuse. Buy a bidet. Listen, I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of posting about it. Listen, people are buying them. Here's the deal. Uncle Randy's messaging technique is getting through.
Are you meaning to have your collar popped like
Yes,
that? Okay.
I am. Absolutely. 100% yes.
Okay. Carry on.
So I know that Uncle Randy's methodology might be a little harsh to some people, sons. Guess what? Fuck you. All right? If you can't take it, get the fuck out.
Methodology on what? Showering
how
your
harsh
butt?
I am about people, about their filthy asses, and how disgusting it makes them, and that borderline makes me angry with them.
Okay.
That they're walking around with striking paper caught up in their butt cracks.
There it is, Kilmer.
Everywhere. Striking paper just built up in your butt crack with some smeared poo in there. Just wiping it around the anus, sons. For what reason? Because you're filthy? Mm-hmm. Okay. Or cheap bastard, sons. $49.99 gets rid of that for life.
Is that how cheap the Slim Edge is now?
Yeah, and that's before the 10% off. Hey, so guess what? Make that $45.
That's more than 10.
All right. Make that $47. All right.
You're going to save roughly the tax, and that's great.
Hey, tough times, sons.
And then if you get a super fancy one like Doo-Doo,
Doo-Doo did get a very fancy one.
You get more money off.
He needs a fancy one. We're going to get to that. After the shape that his ass is in, he needs the fanciest one on earth.
He needs to take care of that ass.
Rascally.
Everybody that watches these streams should know, I guess, what we're talking about there with the ass
Doo-Doo's
tattoo.
A savage. That's all there is to it. So,
Yep.
all right, a couple housekeeping things we got to talk about real quick. For one, most of you probably seen through messaging, Brooke is now a Hall of Famer. So, while that's a good thing, there's also disadvantages to it, all right? Because now she's the bigger dick champion, and that happens.
I guess.
Right?
Do you know that Gunnar saw that? And he was like, Mommy, I want to see your Hall of Fame picture, which, first of all, let me say, I really greatly appreciate you picking a picture of me when I was the skinniest I've ever been. This is before ever having Gunnar.
For children.
Yeah, so you acknowledge that it's ruined. And then Gunnar said, Mommy, why weren't you the first one in the Hall of Fame?
Did you tell him?
I said, we were, it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
But that's just, he thinks if it's Daddy's Hall of Fame.
It started as our Hall of Fame for me, and it became our community's Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And I like that better. We have a council that are advised. There are Hall of Famers on it. Some aren't Hall of Famers. So we take all that into account, sons. But there has to be a nomination for the Hall from somebody. And you can't nominate yourself.
No,
that would
of
never
course
go
not.
through. So
no, and I was under the impression that me and you were never.
I am still. The council met. We discussed it because that was the only drawback. It was my rule was that you and I aren't eligible, but they made the good point of saying, "Look, well, Brooke should be eligible. You remain ineligible as a tiebreaker. If there's ever a tie, somebody has to remain ineligible to break a tie. So that's fair. So I will remain ineligible.
Yeah, I am honored, and I do like the picture. That picture of me funneling. It's not just a beer, y'all. That is a beer. Also, Jack Daniels in that funnel, and that's why I'm flicking off whoever was taking the picture because, rude.
Yeah,
they put Jack Daniels in the funnel with the beer.
Yeah, and
I got shit-faced.
There's a story to go with that, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about it, all right? That was the day we had a friend that literally shit his pants in the front of his pants.
He had to go, so he was holding it so hard.
He moved away. He no longer lives in the Southeast for this reason, because we had been funneling beer mixed with Jack Daniels out on the boat. We were out on Lanier, which is deadly. People die.
And super far from home. Like, I forget why we chose to go there that day, but...
Yeah, and... So we were out there, and my buddy started saying, I got to poo. And I was like, all right, we'll go dock. He's like, there's no time. So he jumps off the boat and swims away like 100 meters, right, to take a shit in the water. And by the way, there's a girl with us that's Brooke's friend that he's hopefully that he can like score with or get to like it. And it was never going to happen. Way out of his league. So... he swims out 100 meters, does some business, then swims to the dock and runs to the bathroom to finish, because I remember he runs up to the bathroom and he's in the stall, because I got out and went and used the bathroom and came out. So then he comes back to the boat and he's got like a towel around him, hiding something. And then he takes it off and our other buddy notices, is like, holy God, you have shit on the front of your pants. Not in the back of your pants. It's in the front. So he shit up his crotch.
Kind of like how a baby shits up their back in a diaper, but his came out the front somehow.
And so, of course, me and my friends and anyone that's going to be a friend of Uncle Randy's will immediately start deep diving into how that is possible. What had to happen to make that poo choose to come up the front? And so me and Mark, the legend,
thank you,
O'Connell, we go into it all night, and we haze him to no end, because I don't care how close you are to me. You shit up the front, sons. I'm going to make fun of you for life, and you should make fun of me if I shit up the front.
And where he fucked up is that he kept denying it.
Yeah, he said, I sat in some mud or something. We're like, it's still the front, though.
but still, again, how'd it happen on the front? So then that was like his nickname was like, oh, shit out the front.
And I've seen, definitely babies have done it when the diaper is like,
but that still usually goes up the back or like both. It's just explodes all directions. But like,
yeah. So I'm going to take a shot. This is some Deep Eddy's peach vodka that I picked up just to change shit up, son, just for a little.
Look at Robert Owen. Who shit it?
That's Coach Al McGuire, the legend from high school. He
shit up the damn walls.
Yeah, we had a kid quit in the middle of practice, and he went in the bathrooms and he shit everywhere and rubbed it on his pads and put the pads in the shitter, and then the next day our coach literally nobody said anything until the next day when we were doing chalk talk, and Coach McGuire was like, "We gonna do offense, we gonna do defense." Oh yeah. Who shitted? Shit all over the damn walls. It looked like that dude went and quit and stuck a fucking 100 Black Cat firecrackers in the biggest pile of shit and lit it.
Oh my God. Hold my beer, Hanson. Is that Sam?
Yeah, you need to pour you one of those.
This is Pink Whitney. It's fucking delicious. It's pink lemonade vodka. It's my shit. It's so good.
Yeah, you can pour me one of those to do with you.
I don't want to pour it over the computer. I don't trust myself.
Yeah, who shitted? Oh, Fire Marshal Bill poking fun at Uncle Randy because I had the tum-tums the other night when we went to his house.
Yes. That was like last weekend.
That was last weekend, but
that wasn't even just this past weekend. It was. Like
I don't think we've been live since.
Well,
then,
we did, but we were doing your tattoo.
So we made plans. We're just going to go hang out with Fire Marshal Bill and Kilmer and a couple of guys from there just for a little bit after dinner. We went and ate all the sushi. I'm talking about I ate all the sushi.
Okay, I had a normal human amount of sushi.
I never do.
You always go a little overboard. Did you take your shot already, Goat?
I did the peach, but I'm going to do
Okay, I thought you just did it immediately.
Cheers. So we get over to Fire Marshal Bill's, and I'm like, dude, all right. I'm either going to have to go home, Fire Marshal Bill, or you need to point me toward the shitter that I can abuse. Either way is fine. I respect you as my friend, so I'm letting you know up front. He's like, bro, go ahead, man. You can use up the shitter, man. Totally cool. I was like, are you sure? He said yes, and I did. Boy, did I.
But baby, like you did that right when we got there.
I had no time.
No, but as you were going to the bathroom, I was like, we were at the house waiting to leave because he was in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, no, this one hit on the way there.
But you had already just gone to the bathroom.
I know,
okay.
but
okay.
when you eat all the sushi,
Okay, baby.
way too much. So I'd already taken a pregame poo, which everyone should do. Before you travel, before you go anywhere, you should take a pregame poo.
Before you travel 4 streets down.
Dude, so I take the pregame poo, and then we head to Fire Marshal Bill's, and literally it's 1 minute away.
Yeah.
22 seconds in, I'm sweating. I'm like, oh, I should have stayed. I knew I wasn't done. Why did I let you do this to me? So I was like, okay, what I can do is I can stop, let y'all jump out, and I'll slam the gas, and I might make it home.
G.I. Joe roll.
Yeah, I might get back, and if I don't, I'll shit my pants, and nobody will be around. And I'll change, and everything will be good. So I go in, and I'm like literally beaten up. I try to sit for a second, and there's no time. I'm like, Farmer's Bill, hurry. I wasn't feeling great the rest of the night. I ate too much sushi. There is a line. I do love sushi, but too much, you're going to shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Like a monster.
You are not, and that sucks because then it affects like your social ability because you were just sitting there like trying not to
when I've got the
let
poo,
out a fart.
No, it's not that. When I've got the poo belly though, I can't relax. I can't chill at someone's house. Like I don't like being the guy with the poos at a stranger's home.
Oh no, nobody wants that. No,
but I mean, it makes me even Kilmer.
However,
Kilmer, who is as wound up as Uncle Randy is and has his own quips about things, he even looked at me and was like, I've never seen you this anxious, Unc. I was like, because I'm about to poo everywhere at any moment. So, not letting my guard down.
No, I know. Yeah, you didn't want to, like, talk too much or laugh too much.
Hey, we got Nighthawk on here.
I know.
Listen.
He said he pounds the Silvertown goat.
In sushi eating, but that came out weird. But those of y'all that haven't seen it, you need to check out B. Wade's interview with Brian. Listen, I call him B. Wade. We go way back, all right? Me, him, and the goat, 30 years, all right? We grew up, we played soccer together in Florida, whatever. Oh,
you all of a sudden grew up in Florida?
I'm just adding myself to their story. Yeah.
Injecting yourself.
Yeah, we were kids together.
You're the third, we're the 3 best friends.
Yep. But no, his interview with Gunner is awesome. And Brooke edited it great, and you should check it out.
Yeah, and if you haven't subscribed,
Farmer not a stranger. He's correct about that, but still, don't like pooing at others' homes.
Plus,
Farmer Bill's house is immaculate because that man is OCD about cleanliness. So his wife is too, but he's very...
okay.
It's very clean. Mm-hmm. Very clean.
So our house isn't clean?
He's animal. But he'll come here to get that out and spill here.
Okay.
Not at his house.
Okay. I like how you just are like, no, you're not OCD about cleaning. And
you definitely are.
Yeah, I know. But you're just like, fuck you.
Well, no, we weren't talking about my house. I live here. I'll poo here every day. I poo here every day. I like it here.
But you were saying the reason is because it's clean.
When you go to someone's home, if they live in a shithole, I'm more comfortable shitting that up. Or if they're smoking cigarettes everywhere and the house is nasty, I'll shit everywhere. That's fine. But you got a nice, at least the good thing is, heavily air freshened and candled up. Mm-hmm. It helped.
Yeah, and Dustin's house is immaculate and always...
Yeah, it's very good.
Very clean. And where you're brave is that you were going to the bathroom like right behind just right there where
I had no time. I was thinking going upstairs, but I was like, I can't buy that kind of time.
Oh my. Okay. All right.
I've got to get to it. So that's what happens, sons. Listen, Uncle Randy's an open book, sons.
Thank you, Audrey. She had to stroke my ego and say our house is very clean.
That's Sarah Connor, sons. That's Mrs. Terminator. Might be pound for pound the biggest Spitfire in Silvertown, pound for pound.
Telling you, the little ones are
always right. I told her though, we were all hanging out, and
my girl.
I was cutting my eye, like just peripheral. You'll think she's a kid from the side. Like you'll see a group of like teens or younger gunners in them. You'll think there's another one of those. Then you'll look. Oh shit, that's Sarah Connor. It's a full-grown adult.
Full-grown adult.
Well. All right, so some breaking news here real quick that just hit. I want to see what you think about this.
What?
Melinda Gates is leaving Bill Gates.
What? Who cares?
Why do you think that is, though?
I don't know.
Because he's a psychopath, or because he's so rich, or because of the microchips he's implanting?
It could be all kind of shit. She's just finally sick of his shit, and she's like, fuck, I've sat this out for long enough. Now I'm going to get half your billions. Maybe. I mean, she's fine. She's set for life.
By the way, Kilmer or Goat was saying courtesy flush. Courtesy flush is a must. All right, well, Uncle Randy always hits a courtesy flush.
That's a given. And also trying to train Gunner of the ways.
I am a 2-time courtesy flusher, sons. I think you should flush as you're farting out noise. And then again to get rid of any excrement that immediately hits the bowl. Boom, 90% of the stink gone. People that let it marinate are savages.
Or children.
Savages. If I don't hear it flush immediately when you're in there pooing, you drop 10 notches in your Uncle Randy evaluation, just so you know.
Oh, Kilmer said our house isn't super clean after Fire Marshal Bill shows up.
Oh, Beard's got a good question. You guys have an unwritten rule like us. We all pretty much have our own pooing bathrooms at the house and don't really use each other's. No one care. We just have our own toilets. We have a very similar thing, and that is that my wife doesn't poo.
Right.
And we don't break wind on each other ever.
No.
And I've never heard her break wind, and I never will.
And he doesn't be like, I'm going to go take a shit.
No.
But like, it's, there's certain times where it's like, it's just known that that's happening, but never, I don't think in the almost 13 years we've been together.
There never has or will be a time where one of us is pooing and in the bathroom.
No. I mean, like, but that you knew, maybe like if I was sick one time and
I've blocked that out if that was the case. I don't believe it happened.
I think I've had
to leave it at that.
Well, I know.
I don't like where you're going with this.
I'm just saying.
You should just stop. You've never pooed in your life, and I'm good with that.
Yes. Okay, fine. I'm just saying, like, I was trying to say an exception to the rule in case I get fucking a stomach bug or something.
You're totally exempt. Anyone, of course. Because even then, you've had a couple stomach bugs, and when we lived in the old house, you would run to the hall bathroom.
Yeah, but
you never would go in ours.
In this house, that's not an option. Because
there's no hearing, though. Our house is bigger. You get all the way in there, I'm not going to hear nothing, and I don't want to. All right, so Gary... Powerful Gary Lamb chimed in. Courtesy flush is rough because I don't want that shit water splashing up on my ass. That's a tough one. That's called the angel's kiss, sons.
Yeah, but that's only in like public toilets where it's like, like that flush is so violent.
Ours isn't violent. I mean, it happens. You get a splash on your balls. Listen, Gary, once you buy your bio bidet, you can wash your balls. They have adjustments. There's male and female, and the females is up closer. So if you use the female setting as a guy, boom, washes your balls, sons. Hey, I dig it sometimes. I'm going to be honest. I sit there for 30 minutes, ass shower, ball shower, dab, clean, done, sons, done. No swamp balls or swamp ass for Uncle Randy because I win.
Mrs. Doodoo said that Mr. Doodoo is asleep.
Oh, Doodoo. Hey, this whole talk, this is what keeps Doodoo rolling in the money,
up
son.
his alley. Literally right in his lane.
Nighthawks. Definitely has his favorite place to poo down in the powder room away from everything.
Yeah.
I like that we have a separate room of a room now that we're very wealthy and we live in Silvertown. Our bathroom has another room.
The toilet.
Another room.
It's called a water closet, I believe, is the fancy term, real estate term for it. But yeah, the toilet has a door.
Yeah, and that's my favorite place because that's where the bidet is.
Right, in our bathroom.
So I'm all day. There's no bullshit here, all right? Uncle Randy's not going to sell you some shit that he doesn't fuck with, all right? I believe in bidets. I know the difference in bidets. I could show you underpants in comparison prior to bidet usage. It's a different animal. You guys are sick fucks that are keeping your filthy shit-streaked underpants. And women, you don't get a pass. Don't act like you're not shitting up those thongs too, ladies, you sack nasty fuckers. Clean your asses. Nobody wants to pull your butt apart and see a dirty stink ring, sons. It needs to be clean.
Gross. Okay.
Clean.
I forget what you were talking about before we got back on the topic of poop.
I don't know, but I want to jump into some things. We got a bunch to cover. We got Silvertown topics we're going to get to, but we've also got some of this. First thing we're going to talk about.
Are we going to talk about the drama?
We'll get to that here in a little bit. We'll touch on it maybe if everybody's good. All right, if everybody
behaves.
Yeah.
Everybody mind your fucking P's and Q's.
We've talked about this till we're blue in the fucking face, sons. We've went around. I've had my mind changed, and now my mind is going back to how it used to be.
Okay.
Socks on or off during sex?
We had an entire episode
went deep.
Titled this because it was when we were with Almy.
Yep.
I think Almy and Chrissy were here. Maybe.
Yep. I want to get some of these people watching. What are your thoughts? Socks on during sex, acceptable? Not. Because I read a study.
So you don't want me to say anything?
I do want you to say absolutely,
okay.
But them also, and then I'm going to reveal what I found in the study.
I don't prefer shit. I don't give a fuck. If you have your socks on and we get to getting on, I don't give a fuck if you have your socks on.
You really don't, and that's why you're a winner.
That's not the part of you that I care about during that.
You're so right. You're so good. All right, Gary's the first one to chime in like a winner. He says off. All right, so Brooke says, don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean...
She wants the D, sons.
Just give it to me.
Yes. All right, Sarah Connor says no socks.
Yeah.
Chip Brooks, off. All right. So
logically, I think you'd want off exactly for the reason that Gary said, traction.
Honcho's on to something.
Is it cold?
Hey, Honcho, great question, actually. Great question. I'm going to say... Yes. What if it's a little frigid in your room?
Get under the covers.
What if you like it chilly?
Get under the covers.
No, I'm trying to see where he's going with this.
Okay. Yes. See, Robert Allen.
Catch a cramp trying to get those off. He's absolutely right. Damn quad lock up
with
or
your toe,
hamstring.
Because you're already getting your underwear off with your toes.
That's the best
stuff.
answer so far. 100 points for Robert. Yeah. He's absolutely right. It has happened.
I don't even notice if you have your socks on. Well, for one, because you're so much taller than I am too. Your feet are far away from me. So I have no idea what's on your feet. You could have full on shoes on for all I know. But
see, Nighthawk has a great answer. No socks for the wifey, but damn when she's laying there, but nigga, I ain't got time to be fucking around with the socks.
No.
Absolutely right. All right.
Okay, so maybe that's the thing. Is it because like I feel the same way. Like I would feel weird if I had socks on.
Here's the deal. All right, so Anderson Cooper just chimed in.
And I would like make a point to take them off. But like, is it different like guy, girl? Like, so is it a deal breaker?
This is where I'm going to go with it. That's a great question. I like where you're going. My study, which is the end all be all, we're going to end this debate.
Okay.
Anderson Cooper says socks off, of course. Socks prevents blood flow from going to the right place.
That's
Anderson Cooper. He's done a deep dive, and him and Wolf Blitzer did a 2-part series on this very thing last year on CNN.
In between COVID coverage.
And Donald Trump.
And hating Donald Trump.
They sure did. Robert says 40-plus-year-old club. Flash says amen.
Right, Flash isn't 40, is he?
No, he's not. He's not quite 40. All right, so here's the study.
See, I would feel weird if I had mine on. I would be making it a point to take mine off.
I can remember, like literally on one hand, the times you've had socks on,
and it was probably just like a rushing.
But I do know that there have been a few times.
Yeah, I'm sure there have been.
And here's the deal.
Did I also have a shirt on still? Was it that kind of rush job?
No,
okay.
I'm talking about socks only. Sometimes, sons, y'all can do say whatever the fuck you want. Sometimes that can be cool, sons. Sometimes it can be a differentiator. And I'm going to tell you, try it out. I'm going to change your mind right here, sons.
So you remember when I had socks on and it was that good?
Yes. And I'm going to tell you right now, the study that I read today confirms that women should wear socks during sex.
Why? Why does that make a difference?
It's a study I read. I'll post a link. I'll give it to you to put in the show notes.
Is it because our feet are usually like up and it'll make us stay in that position longer if our feet are warm?
The true science behind it, I swear this is a legit study, and I really read this, goes to Honcho, who wins, that it's a temperature thing, especially for women. They're 80% more likely to climax if they have socks on.
What?
Because women already have a hard enough time climaxing during like intercourse. Overall, it's tough for most women.
A lot of concentration.
But you increase your percentages to 80% when the woman wears socks,
Hey.
sons. But guys aren't going to change their mind.
Babe, you get it 100% of the time, 150% of the time.
So I put in the work, sons. Put in the work. All right, it's extracurricular.
I don't need socks, babe.
Yeah, but hey, I'm not going to be worried about socks anymore because I've gotten into a phase where I started worrying about it and I've been taking them off. I've caught cramps like Robert said.
Babe, but I told you I don't give a shit.
I know, but I got in my head because the last time we talked about this, it was overwhelmingly people are like, you're a douche or fuck if you wear socks.
But
I used to didn't give a shit.
Right, but should you care what everybody else says or who's naked with you having sex with you?
You've never said a thing.
Right.
So it shouldn't be an issue, but yes, I'm human. I get affected by what people say. Guess what? Not anymore. I'm going back to my stance. I don't give a fuck about socks.
Well, and so...
But I want you to wear your socks.
But I don't wear socks like to sleep in. I cannot stand it. Even if it is fucking free.
No, I can't sleep in
It's
socks.
always freezing cold in our bedroom, especially in the winter. But I have to not have socks on when I go to bed. And I'm like, if Gunnar gets in bed and he has socks on, I'm like, take them off.
I'm telling you, though, it is the socks
I feel like it'll make your feet sweaty or something.
But they are the hardest thing to get off at the end of the day, especially if you're laying comfortable as a guy. You can make the wrong movement. Boom, go to pull a sock off, throw your back out. No problem. Go to pull your sock off, guess what? The hammy locks up.
Tear your ACL.
Your toes cramp up. You tear an ACL all day. When you get to be Uncle Randy's age, all those are possible. Mm-hmm. So
it is a very polarizing subject, though, because people have strong opinions about it. I don't give a fuck, as are most
I agree.
things.
And it wouldn't bother me a bit, you know.
So now I'm going to be like self-conscious because you want me to wear socks now.
I really don't. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
So now, like in the mornings when I come to get in bed with you, don't take off the socks?
I really don't care. If your boobs are out, that's all that matters.
just take everything off when I get in bed. Like
Boobs.
absolutely everything. So
Boobs out, Uncle Randy wins. All right?
know.
That's all that matters. That is true. Ice blocks with the feet. Your feet get cold. I'm like
feet
the furnace.
Yes, and that's kind of why even if I just took my socks off and jumped in bed next to him, it's like putting just a solid block of ice next to him because he's always so warm and then I'm usually way colder. But you seem to like it. Cold boobs on your back.
Boobs are never going to be a bad thing. All right, I want to go on to this so we get to these questions. I've been sitting in our inbox for a while.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there was no questions last week while I was tattooing your leg.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I was hoping you would both offer your thoughts on my stance regarding paternity testing. I think paternity tests should be mandatory and carried out before a man has to sign his name on a birth certificate. What are your thoughts?
I think you're a fucking douche.
So this listener's saying that...
I think this guy's been burned.
He's saying, though, is it fair should there be a paternity test just so it's 100%?
Mandatory? No.
That a guy, they test the baby, they test it, they come back and say, guess what? This happy family is good to go. Boom.
That's kind of like a prenup. It kind of ruins the fucking...
Do prenups save people sometimes?
Sometimes, but and they're necessary sometimes. Just like paternity tests. They're necessary sometimes, but they should never be mandatory.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I want you to answer.
We weren't married when I got pregnant with Gunnar.
We were deep in sin.
We were living in so much sin.
We come from a place of sin, and we did it, and guess what? Worked out beautifully, sons.
Yeah, but we knew, I mean, if there was any question, you knew before Gunnar was born, when we went and got that 4D ultrasound, and you saw that little face with the chin.
It wasn't even me. Our friends were like, wow, that looks like Randal. From a 4D ultrasound.
In utero, everybody was like, Lord of Randal's face is in your belly. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, but so I want to know from other people though. So your thought is this guy's a douche?
I think he's a douche, and he's been burned, so he's trying to fucking make everybody else like he maybe that's good for him in his life, but everything is not no, first of all, something like that should never be mandatory. That's like fucking overstepping all kind of personal shit. That's like saying, under the age of whatever, abortions are mandatory.
You're getting into tyranny here, and I'd like that. You're talking about government overreach.
Yeah, don't fucking tell me what kind of tests I need to get done.
So let me rephrase his question just to appease you, because I still have an answer. I'm not saying you're wrong. I might agree with you. Maybe not, though. Mm-hmm. should there be an option? And if the guy,
There's always an option.
If the guy asks for that option, is he fired? Yes or no?
That's another thing, because it's always an option.
I know.
You can always go get a paternity.
If he asks for it, is he fired?
If he asks for it, that depends on your woman and your situation, because did you ever think for 1 second that when I was pregnant, it wasn't your child?
This isn't from me.
No, but I'm saying, I'm just saying situational. You're the only person I've had a kid with.
I know.
So in his situation, maybe there was some question, but
you see, Robert's true.
Fowler
chin. The wingy. All you gotta do is ask for the wingy test.
It is.
That's actually the Wyatt chin. No, that comes from my mom's side. That's the Wyatt chin.
Well, Gunnar has it.
Yes, but I get what he's saying.
But it's like trust issues with this is what it sounds like. Just like what Honcho was saying.
Just said.
And Chip Brooks had a good point too. If you've been there since birth or since you got pregnant and don't worry about it, it shouldn't matter. First of all, it shouldn't matter if you're in it.
Yeah,
even when
got a good point.
Even when she gets pregnant, and even if maybe it's not yours, but you're there for the long haul, does it really matter?
Sure. Well, it depends. If the guy is there because he's trying to I'm gonna do the right thing and he's getting fucked, I don't know. I'm letting you answer. I like your answer. You're doing well. So
my short answer is no. Never should it be mandatory. It isn't. It's always an option. I've had friends back in the day in Louisiana that I had a friend that his girlfriend ended up pregnant. He fucking moved her into his parents' house. His parents had money. Mm-hmm. She had the baby. It came out looking nothing like him. His mom encouraged him to get a paternity test. He was already so in love with that fucking baby.
Yep.
But he did it anyways, and it wasn't his fucking kid. Mm-hmm. And he kicked her the fuck out. Because the father of the baby was a low-life drug dealer.
Yeah, there you go. Hey,
and
you're just making this guy's case.
But that's that situation. We all kind of were like, she's kind of sketchy. It wasn't first of all, we were all 18.
Yeah, and you were like, both of y'all are white. This kid is mixed.
No, but the kid came out ginger as fuck, and the drug dealer guy was ginger.
There you go.
And she also had fucked everybody. But clearly this guy has just been with a bunch of hoe bags.
Well, let me give you my answer. Here's my opinion. Uh-huh. I think that it should be mandatory if some shit goes to the court system, because the cards are stacked so bad against dads in the court system, right? So if there's a divorce or any kind of dispute where you're going to be put on for child support, which is fine. You should pay that 100%.
That's fine. But first, you want to prove that it's your kid before you're paying for him?
I just think there should be some sort of check and balances in case that is an issue when it comes to the court system. You shouldn't be able to. The government absolutely should never be involved in this.
In mandating what people do in their relationships.
Yeah, that's a hell.
Yeah. No, but when the court system is involved, sure. That could be part of the process. But honestly, a lot of guys might not give a shit about that either, because if they already have been a father in this kid's life and then they get split up and they're like, you have to get a paternity test, the guy is probably already going to be like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, and all it's going to do... His liberty, despite all that, all of his good intentions, and I'm going to stick by that, I love this kid, his liberty can be taken away if he misses one child support payment. If that kid was never his, that's some fuck shit.
But is that the kid's fault? He already committed to paying and helping support that child. I'm just saying.
No, I don't agree with you on that. I think that's fucking crazy. If the kid,
but he needs to take that up with the mom, not fuck over the kid.
Yeah, I just think if it goes to the court system, there's a dispute. I think that could be either on file. I
just think it adds fucking a whole nother level of fuckery and reason for dudes to bounce.
Rachel's saying it's usually mandatory now. We were out of wedlock. They didn't do it.
It's mandatory for out of wedlock?
I could see that, but I don't think that was not when Gunnar was born.
Not when Gunnar was born. Yeah, you went down there. I was still half stoned from all my drugs.
He came out looking too much like old.
Yeah, but
here's the deal.
They did ask us 100 times though if we wanted his last name to be Fowler, because my last name was Dunlap, and on
they do ask you
all
that.
his all the baby tags that they had, his bracelet said Dunlap because my last name was Dunlap at the time. all his little footprint things say Dunlap. So when we were putting his name as Gunnar Wyatt Fowler on the birth certificate, that lady asked me about 600 times, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, this is the dad. I'm like, yes. But and he wasn't even present at that point. That was just the lady at the desk with the paperwork. Like, I was in a hospital robe, high as a kite, and Gunnar was up in the nursery. So she was just like looking at me like, look at me. Yeah, are you sure?
and I mean, we agree on most of this, but I just think that when it goes to the court system, because things are so stacked against dads in general, you can say this isn't nothing against women, but dudes have a tough row to hoe when it comes to divorce and children. I don't know. I'd be willing to look into it. I don't want anything that's mandated by government. I don't like that idea, sir. So know that Uncle Randy's a constitutionalist. I do things that make you more free, not less free. So can't support it on that, but I do think there could be some kind of caveat there for when some shit gets ugly.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like because Rachel said it's happened with 2 of her kids, but it sounds like it was just like whatever, because they knew that he was the dad.
Sure.
So, and I mean, that should be the case in most situations, hopefully.
All right, so this question is for you. Brooke, should I smoke his ass over this? I think I already know your answer. My husband reconnected with a chick from high school on Facebook.
Yes.
The woman's only mutual friends are guys. They had a DM chat where she was reminding him of their senior trip and how she should have done certain things. She was being coy and asking him if he didn't reach out to her before now because he was ignoring her profile or because he has a jealous wife. He told her about his mom, who I'm a full-time caregiver for, and his kids and how boring his life is, but never mentioned me in his life story. Should I be on alert, or am I making a big deal over nothing? I mean, go ahead.
I think that's a fucking given. You didn't. All you had to say was that he connected with a fucking. God, I'm so angry. Like it would be so on. First of all, like, you got to delicately approach, I guess, how you saw this message if you were snooping on his shit. But if you...
What a dummy, though.
Honestly, though, what you found was so blatant that just fucking throw it in his face and you got to get that shit out there because he's a fucking... He's a fucking dirtbag. Yeah, it sounds like... I wouldn't say leave him immediately. It's probably, though. Probably.
I think she's right.
But you got to at least fucking let him know that you saw what he was doing. He's a piece of shit. And I'm really sorry because that sucks.
If I did all that, didn't even mention you, that's the part where he's super fucked up. For one, it's all wrong.
It's all wrong.
But he could have saved some face and been like, oh, yeah, and my wife, she's great. He's fucked.
Bonnie. I love you, Bonnie.
Sway.
Print it out, plaster it across, wallpaper the goddamn house in that fucking message. Pack up your shit, and then have like a fucking time release like bomb.
Listen,
burn
first
the
off,
fucking house.
as a guy, he's a fucking idiot. He's not even good.
No,
he's bad at this. You're a fuckface. Like, I'm just telling you straight up. That's a rookie move.
It's so bad.
He deserves a rookie leaving because he's not even trying. All right. Guess what? You're just acting like your wife doesn't exist. You're fired.
No, you're fired. You'd be lucky if you would live through the night.
And I'm going to cut him and her.
Yeah.
Yes, that's similar.
I would find her ass on fucking in person and be like, "You're a dirty cunt whore."
Well, we've been clear to everybody. I mean, Uncle Randy's Facebook page is also Aunt Brooke's Facebook page. So, yeah,
It was originally my Facebook.
It was her Facebook. It's really her Facebook page that I took over slowly. But, yeah, that's not going to happen. But you, my dude, all right, you need to be better, all right? You're garbage at this, right? He's not even a good cheater. He's not even decent. He's awful.
Let's not encourage anybody to be a better cheater.
But he's not even, like... He doesn't even deserve a sympathy thought or be like, hey, that's a old school player. Not even good. That's just bad all the way around. I know what your answer was, and I agree 100%.
Yes.
She shouldn't even hesitate. That dude. Especially, she's caregiving for his mother.
Yeah.
And he talks about how boring his life is. This woman, not only does she let you make sex with her from time to time, She's also taking care of your sick mommy. You're a fucking idiot, sir.
No, you're done. You're fucking done. Bonnie said, wish granted if you act like I don't exist. Exactly. Exactly. Bye. You don't want to mention me? Then don't worry about it. You don't ever have to again.
I'd staple his balls to her forehead.
Yep.
That's powerful, and that is fair.
That is true. Fuck
All right,
that
this
guy.
is for Uncle Randy. Is there strip club etiquette? Am I obligated to look at the dancers and pay them attention when they walk by? I've never been to one before, but my buddies are taking me to one next weekend. All right, buckle up, sons. All right, listen. First off, I can appreciate this rookie question. Second off, you're kind of asking the wrong guy. I'm not a big strip club guy.
And he's the most awkward person in a strip club ever.
That's what I was about to say. We've been together. She's seen me in action at one. She knows my personal...
I look at more of the girls than he does.
She knows my personal quips. Like, I'm not a guy that likes my personal space invaded, right? Like, I don't like the smell of spit, like that's always on strippers and the glitter and shit. That's not my thing. I don't like to pay for a boner. Like, it's not... But I'm not against it. I get why people like it.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with it. But you being your first time, you're going to go. You're going to get your boner, sons. You're going to pay for your $20 boner, okay? So just expect that.
Or more.
Just know that. But as far as an etiquette goes, I mean, no, listen, these girls are working. All right. The first thing you need to know, none of them love you. And they're going to act like they do. All right. They're going to key in. When you walk in and your eyes get huge, they're going to be like, there's the bitch.
And none of them really care about
There's the bitch. This is his first time. And I bet he's got cash. He's got an ATM card. ATM right here. Adds an extra $10.95 per transaction, too. So you better get out the bulk of your dough. But so, yeah, if you're going to go into the club, I don't really think there's an etiquette, but just prepared to be preyed upon. These girls are professionals. They know what they're doing, and God bless them. They should be able to do that.
They're there to make money off
Uncle
of you.
Randy thinks prostitution should be legal. Hell, everything. Hell, everybody should be able to get their fuck on.
Honcho said medical school is expensive, or cosmetology school, or law school, or
any school, or no school.
Cocaine.
Cocaine. But I do want to speak to this too. There are people, there are guys, and there's probably girls too. I worked with a couple of these guys that they go into a strip club.
Oh God.
They're addicts. They can't get enough. They think these girls really love them. And they're like, hey, Uncle Randy, she loves me for me. We're going to meet up tonight.
She let me take her to the hotel. Yeah.
It only cost me $25
for more money and drugs.
Yeah, she said for $25 her boss will let her leave for the night. That's a fair deal, right, Uncle Randy? Okay, bro. And hey, that's up to you. Mm-hmm. You know, but just be prepared to know that there are legitimate cues, all right? If she says, oh, God, I really want to leave here, but my shift is until this.
I need to make this amount of
I
money.
have to make this. I would love to just be with you for the rest of the night, but I got to do this. Guess what? It's going to happen, son. It's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, and Goat has a good point about they can touch you, but don't touch them, you'll get killed. There's also very black and white etiquette on what you can fucking do in a strip club without getting your neck ripped off by the security guards.
Yeah, your best bet is to never be the aggressor.
Don't move. Just sit there. And you can't have your phone out. You can't fucking touch them. You can't get too excited.
No, or you can be like Uncle Randy. I'd decline. It's never been my thing. Like
lap dances and stuff. Yeah,
you're not gonna. I mean, babe, you've been with me plenty of times. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not trying to be tough or act like I'm some. It's actually probably makes me a weirdo because I'm the one that's like, you know what? I'm cool. Here's $20. Go dance on my buddy Gary right here. Gary loves him. Uncle Randy, no. Here's Rick Cope, the greatest of all time. He loves titties, goddamn. And hell, Uncle Randy loves titties, sons. Everyone does. But I don't want those things in my face after Gary slobbered on them, Rick Cope slobbered on them, the goat has slobbered on them, Kilmer threw up on them, Fire Marshal Bill took a poo on them. I don't want that. Somebody's done cocaine off of them. I'm cool. And I can smell that shit, sons. They reek of spit, and that kills me. I'm so OCD about it. It's the spit, though. People have licked them or drooled. Ugh. No good, sons. But as far as etiquette, you don't have to look at shit, sons. You can sit down and look at your phone.
Yeah, but if they see you with your holding your phone up, they think you're taking a picture. You're out of there.
Oh, no pictures. And Mike Honcho's right. You motorboating son of a bitch. You old sailor, you.
Yeah. No, Randall is the most awkward dude in a fucking strip club.
It's actually a good question. You're right. I am not.
That's why the Claremont's great because like. It's not. He's not expected to have a boner in the Claremont necessarily.
No, I mean there are people that's their niche, but yeah, the
Claremont is
pretty
more
safe for boner.
It's more of a novelty. Like there's those girls are making their fucking dollar.
They should. They work hard.
Lap dances and stuff, but it's definitely not your typical strip.
Claremont's the best place on earth.
It is
it's a
the
great
most
place.
fun you'll ever have at a dive bar.
Oh, dude, I love it. And the Claremont, if you're ever in Atlanta and you don't go, guess what? You're fired because Kid Rock loves it. Done all the cocaine with Blondie. Mm-hmm. Anthony Bourdain, rest in peace. Loved him some Blondie. Was always at the Claremont.
Just about every celebrity that comes to Atlanta goes to the Claremont. They might not all post about it, but everybody fucking goes there.
Oh, they absolutely do. And it's the place to go, sons. You got Blondie. You got strippers at
And it's about the size of this fucking room.
Yeah, where strippers go to die. And honestly, I bet they make good money. Because I've tipped.
I don't even like saying that. I feel bad saying it's where strippers go to die because it's. I mean,
well, Blondie's been there for 50 years.
I know
50 years, and she went there when she retired from doing other stripping. If you know her story, she's a legend here.
Yeah, but she's got like a documentary
they
about.
They all have their niche, right? Like you got one. Blondie crushes beer cans with her tits. Her niece crushes beer cans with her ass cheeks.
The one lady that's like dresses up as Little Red Riding Hood.
Granny.
And she is the sweetest lady.
So sweet and so nice and grandma-like. And then she's pulling her pussy apart with a little pinky ring right in the middle of it. And I'm like throwing up and telling her I got to take a shit. And here's $20 to go and dance on my body.
She's like at least 60-something years old. But she's the sweetest lady. But like she's been there for fucking ever. Like literally.
You get beers there for $2. So yeah, highly recommend the...
yeah. And they play awesome music, and you're allowed to dance. They actually have a dance because most strip clubs, if you try and dance, they're like, sit the fuck down. It's like only the strippers can, but Claremont, fuck no. They got a dance floor. You can have at it. It's so much fun.
All right, so this is a good one. This is a long one, so bear with me. But this is the guy sent this. He sent this to me, but we're both going to chime into it. All right, it says, Unc, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this piece I read the other day. It's called Be His Peace. Mm-hmm. So it's like a poem written to women.
Is this spoken word?
Stop looking for a man for what he will give you and start looking for a man for what he would sacrifice for you. Be his peace and he will confide in you. Keep coming back to you. Enjoy conversations with you. Defend you because you are his oasis in a world of chaos. Mm-hmm. He will miss you when you are far away. He will make plans to be with you. He will take you to his events and public activities because you don't come with drama. He will enjoy sleeping next to you. He will find you incredibly desirable and sexy. He will find it easy to show you his vulnerable side. He will invite you to advise him and correct him. He will see God in you because you are a peacemaker. You solve issues with him quickly. He's not afraid to have difficult conversations with you. He will come early, come home early, and come early. He will come home early to your smile. He will not find a reason to go look for false illusions of peace somewhere else in the form of alcohol, late night excuses, or overworking with friends. Mm-hmm. To a man, home equals peace.
Baby, did you write this about me?
No. That's too good. For one, it's actually good.
Babe,
whatever it is, but no.
You've said all that stuff about me.
I just want to know your thoughts before I chime in.
Anderson said, did Stallone write this about Shay?
That's a great... Actually, he did. How did he know? Fucking Anderson.
Damn it.
Investigative reporter.
You know him so well.
So what are your thoughts on that? Smoke or no smoke? What? And beard? Yeah, that's actually a great idea. We need to see if Blondie has social media to get her on the show.
Oh, God, yes.
She'll remember me. She tried to get cocaine off me many times when I didn't have any cocaine.
She will not remember you. It's been over 10 years.
She will not remember me. But she's crushed so many beer cans.
You know how many people she's tried to get cocaine off of?
Yeah.
And that she has successfully gotten cocaine off of.
Yeah.
So I think that's great. Everything you said in that is literally things you've said about me. So I think it's great. Why would somebody get the smoke?
Yeah. I
Anybody that's afraid to admit that about their
there's something
life
partner.
Sons.
There's something there. Y'all can get all weird if you want. I I couldn't put it that eloquently. But there's a lot of that's true that men look for in a woman that are absolutely true. Women always, well, what does a man want? That kind of hits it right in the tits, son.
But and all those things that you can't necessarily like strive to do. It's there. It's not. You know?
Yeah.
Like
it's clear.
I can't make you want to spend time with me.
You absolutely can't.
I mean, if I'm constantly fucking nagging you about shit,
I wouldn't want to.
Exactly. But like, other than that, I can't force you to have feelings for me and want to spend time with me. It's more like I don't know.
The part about the peace, though, let me speak to that. No bullshit, no conjecture, no hyperbole here. I know everybody gets mad and they're like, oh, what are you living in the 50s when women weren't supposed to dump their problems on men when they walk in from work and supposed to let them decompress? It's not that. But there is a thing about there being peace with your wife and in your home. And I think it goes both ways. Nobody wants somebody that's going to dump their shit on them at the inopportune times. And you kind of got to know that with your partner when that's...
Right, same. I don't want you... Yeah.
Yeah, when you can do that, when you can't. And you do want to be that space where they can be like, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Or they're relieved to be home and not like feel like it's a burden to be home.
Oh, Gary hits it right on the dick hole, son. So listen, you can put this right in your
You've
dick hole
said that
and fuck it, son. Put this nugget of truth. Listen, everybody, we're going to talk about Gary and his appearance on here recently because it was very highly
epic
spoken to. I've
marathon.
More questions, more comments from him being on here than anybody else.
Gary has to come back.
This is his best statement ever. All the bullshit he's ever said, all the true shit he said. This is the best thing he's ever said. Believe in us and show us your tits. It's simple.
Yeah.
So right. I've said that never so eloquently.
Yeah. You've said that a million. I mean, like, we've talked about it a million times on here that, like, even if you're mad at me for something, which is not very often.
Not very often. But you do solve it with your tits. You know
all
that.
I got to do.
It's power, sons, that we don't know about.
If I have tried everything to, like, get through to you and you know, and nothing's working, I know I can just go straight to taking my shirt off and getting down to business, and that's all it takes.
But the believe in us, there's something important there. Like, I don't want to get overly serious and piss y'all be all serious and Debbie Downer.
Tell me how much you love me.
There's a truth. But there's a thing with men, right? And I've talked about this, that the worst thing you can do to a man in a relationship is demasculinize him.
Yes.
I've said that a million times. People are like, oh, you're an animal. That's ridiculous. I'm telling you, worst thing you can do is make your husband a bitch. Try to make him a bitch in front of his friends or whatever. It's the worst thing you can do, and it's the first thing that'll make him fuck something else.
Right.
I don't want to upset anybody, but you know what? Go fuck yourself, because that's the truth. You demasculinize your man enough, he's going to go fuck something, sons. He's going to fuck something.
It would be the same thing if, like, your husband was telling you you're a piece of shit, like trying to fucking tear down your self-esteem. Same thing. Mm-hmm. If you try and chop off his balls in front of his friends or just period, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, if you find yourself doing that a lot as a woman, guess what? You're just steering him into some pussy, sons, into some strange. You're basically pushing his ass into some strange. You're like, honey, go fucky.
Leave your socks on.
Yeah, you go fucky this. That's the worst thing you can do. Mm-hmm. But if you believe in us, and you show us your tits, he's right. That's so well put.
Just That's good, though. I think you wrote that for me. I'm going to say you wrote that for me.
Let's see. What's this next one?
Speaking of Stallone and Shay, though, if you haven't seen the video of them, oh God, how do you even describe it? Shay riding Stallone like a dragon. Like a dragon.
To me, it looked like Game of Thrones. He was riding a dragon. Had his two little, or what's the movie?
Like a chariot.
No, what's the great animated movie that I love? Avatar.
It's not animated.
Yeah, they link their hair to the thing. And
but Avatar,
Yeah, Avatar. It looked like that.
It did kind of look like Avatar. Yeah, he's riding on his back. Stallone is very trusting with his arms back, riding down a bouncy house slide with the Titanic music. It's just beautiful love story coming to life.
Yeah. All right,
in front of your eyes.
I want to give you this question to answer first. This is for both of us, but I'm going to let you go first. Hey, guys, I've noticed a large increase in trolls on your social media posts lately. Why do you think that is? I'll let you go first.
I don't know. Does that mean we have more fans if we have more haters?
I don't know. You tell me. This is your time to show. You answer. God damn, this is up for you.
I assume so. That's
Pour us up one of those pink stinkies right
pink
there. 2 in the
stinkies?
pink, 1 in the stink, sons. Everybody knows it. Everyone knows.
I'll attribute it to that, and then we'll get even more trolls. That means we must have more people watching. The volume must have increased, so therefore more trolls. And because we've always talked about shit that's gonna fucking rub people the wrong way, so it's not like our content has changed.
No, that's always been the MO, sons. All right, you're gonna get it straight. We're gonna give you the straight answer. You don't like it? Guess what? Cool. Uncle Randy's
and we can disagree. We're not gonna fucking hate you or like
disagree.
block you.
I actually like you. Listen, trolls, you do me a favor. So don't go away. I mean, it just helps the posts go further and more people comment. So thank you.
Yeah.
But I mean, I talked this lightly on when me and Gary sat down for 4 quick hours. Didn't even cover a damn thing either. Didn't cover shit. Didn't even get to the questions, really. Cheers. But yeah, to me, haters are your first sign of success.
That's the barometer.
Trolls, haters.
That's the barometer.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So, I did want to say too that the only reason that we're here doing this Monday night podcast of Married AF is because
tornadoes.
Randal should have been playing softball tonight, 8:30 game, but it's been a goddamn tornado watch all fucking day here. Sun came out for 2 hours, then more tornado watches through like Thursday, I think. Here,
let me interrupt you and say, sons.
No
all right, listen,
ball
guys,
playing.
if you're both husband working from home during this pandemic, or you were home during a different time, if you didn't bang the wife today during these storms, guess what? You're not a good lover.
You're fired.
That is the time to make love, son. When it is storming, goddamn, that's the time to bring the thundercock, all right? Nobody wants to talk about it. They're scared. They're pussies, sons.
There's
when it's
literal
thundering
thunder.
outside, you take your fucking pants off and you bring the fucking lightning, son, and you make it rain. Just trust Uncle Randy and stop what you're doing. When it starts storming, you get your wife nude, son.
Okay, first of all, I got nude.
You were ready before. You were ready. You gave all I knew. But you're a different animal. I'm telling these guys, if their wives aren't as aggressive, that when it starts storming, just stop what you're doing. Guess what? Boom. Time to get it on, sons. Your chances improve. You talk about the socks and 80%, storms, 98%. Chance of orgasm, sons. That's the time to make it happen.
There's just I want to be nowhere else but in bed when it's thundering and storming outside. And then if there's no kids home and I've got my giant sexy husband in bed, just get naked.
You're idiots, sons. If you didn't take advantage of that, guess what? You're not good. All right. You need to do better. You need to know.
Well, and today too, it was also post worrying about whether you were going to die in a fucking tornado because you were in Atlanta.
Yeah, all that feeds in. But you got to be able to read those signs, sons. You got to know that is my point. You got to know your spouse. And listen, women horny during storms. I don't get it. It's real though. So
that is
whatever you want to do, I'm just trying to help you out. What was the question?
Was there a question?
Yeah, what were we just talking about? Oh, the trolls. Thank you to the trolls.
Yeah, we already went past that, though. It's done.
Yeah. So I want to chime in real quick about the Gary Lamb episode because we've had a ton of motherfuckers talking about. First off, the audio's not out still because guess what? It's a huge fucking file. We'll just leave it at that.
Well,
we are working. Brooke's working on it.
It's
I'm not
also
rushing
we're
you.
that's not. I mean, we're also 3 weeks behind.
Yeah,
the one that posted today was from 4/7. What day did y'all record that?
I don't know, but
get in fucking line.
But how big was the file?
Okay, first of all, you didn't hit record on any of the recording software.
Yes, but I'm talking about the file you downloaded off Facebook. How big is it?
I had to delete it because it took up the whole fucking computer.
That's all my question was.
So
you're going around the world. What's my question? How big is it?
I have to fucking delete
everything
basically because So it was a 4-hour fucking video that I have to download from Facebook to put into some kind of audio software. And so
here's the deal.
It'll get posted when it's in line. I'll figure it out.
Listen, but my point is the response to Gary was huge. Whether you like Gary, you don't like Gary.
But the reason it was 4 hours is because it was y'all had a lot of interaction and y'all had a lot of nothing to talk about.
We talked about a bunch of nothing. We didn't even talk about something yet. So I just want y'all to know I've already reached out.
You talk about something. I mean, there's shit that you talked
We
about.
didn't really even take a bite yet. We were really just kind of eating the hors d'oeuvres.
But then that just opens the.
Well, I've already talked to him. We're going to sit down. We're going to sit down again.
Are you going to do it on his podcast or ours?
No, ours. And I mean, hopefully he'll ask us to come on his podcast or something like that because he is starting up.
I guess you can't invite yourself to his.
Real. I've already invited myself. Yes. Well, I've offered myself.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see if he invites us. But I talked to him today because Uncle Randy and Gary talk a lot. Listen, let me tell you something. Uncle Randy, fan of Gary Lamb. I like him. So whether you do or don't, that's up to you. I don't give a shit. I like Gary Lamb. I like him a lot. We're very similar. So if you don't like Gary, but you like Uncle Randy, you kind of got to reevaluate if you like Uncle Randy.
There's a lot of shit similar, yeah.
Very similar cats, cut from the same cloth, sons. Champions, all right? You can put us down.
Overall demeanor and likability, very similar.
Resilience.
Yeah.
Put us in the gutter, sons. Guess what? We're going to crawl out. We're going to make it happen somehow.
He was awesome. I love that, that night, y'all were talking forever. Then I came in here for a hot second, then had to go take care of my dad's dogs.
And came back.
Which is 20-minute drive to my dad's house.
It's a good hour you were gone.
I was gone for an hour. And as I'm leaving my dad's house, I texted you and I'm like, are y'all still you're still doing this podcast? And then when I got home, still doing it.
Another hour.
Yeah. Another hour. It was great. I was like, well, I mean, I guess let's do this shit.
Yeah. But what I feel bad about, and I want to apologize to the viewers and the listeners that listen to the audio side, is I didn't get to any of their questions. I never got to any of them.
Well,
I asked a few of mine.
We'll do it again.
Gary's already agreed to come back on whenever we want. He lives close enough and he's that cool. He's going to come back on. So we're going to do some shit. But check out his Black Sheep project. Shit's blowing up. They got shirts now. They got merch. They got a podcast coming out. It's fucking ridiculous. So the guy's got everything. Got Southern Honor Wrestling this Friday.
Revival.
This Friday, sons.
What?
Hold my beer.
Is it this Friday?
It's this Friday. And I put on there, listen, if Uncle Randy's back in time, you might find him and the family in the crowd.
I mean, I was kind of thinking, my Fridays have just been fucking nightmarish lately. I was going to say maybe I go get Griffin Friday because Sunday's Mother's Day.
Yeah, it might do that.
But
that might happen.
It's not like every other fucking Mother's Day. We always seem to have him on Mother's Day weekend, which is fine. But it's I have to take him back early, also fine. But all my day is in the car.
Yeah.
But it might not be feasible for me because my past 2 Fridays have been fucking a nightmare. Yeah. So I might not be able to.
Yeah, if you go get him Friday, then I'll be here. Me and Gunnar might.
But I'm saying there's a 20% chance I can go get him.
Yeah, so that might happen. But either way, if we can make it happen, we'll probably be there because the product is that good. I enjoy it. I know Griffin will enjoy it. He's older. He would love the shit.
Okay, he's older, but he was so fucking into wrestling when he was Gunner's age. He could not even pretend like he wouldn't love that shit.
Oh, I know. He'd be all about it. And Hold My Beer Hansen.
He would love it. Especially he would love seeing his little brother being into it. And
here's the deal, sons. May or may not happen. Maybe Uncle Randy gets a little rowdy in the crowd. Gary comes out to do his shit, and I start giving him the middle finger. Maybe I start telling Gary, hey, Gary, fuck off, right? It's on the gimmick. Uncle Randy hates you, Gary.
Why don't you stop saying giving all the fucking goods?
I'm just saying, maybe Gary comes up.
Randall's the worst.
Drops an uppercut to Uncle Randy's chin.
Randall will give all the spoilers of everything before anything happens.
Maybe Uncle Randy takes the most epic bump on earth in the middle of the crowd. Maybe Gary hits Uncle Randy with a chair, sons. Maybe I put a little razor blade in my wristband. I cut. Yeah. Bring a little color to the show. Maybe. I don't know.
Sure.
Think Uncle Randy wouldn't do that? I'll put a little blade. I'll get a little color, goddamn. If it helps the fucking cause, I'll get a little color.
No, you won't.
These are wrestling terms, babe. I don't expect you to understand, all right?
You don't expect me to understand?
When we give color in the wrestling industry, that means we bleed.
Do you think I don't fucking know terms from wrestling after being ingrained in it for the past fucking 12 years?
So he agrees with you.
God, Gary, help me out. Jesus.
Yeah. I'm just saying, hey, these things aren't, there's nothing been discussed. Hey, guess what? Maybe Uncle Randy becomes the signature wrestler for that.
Oh my God,
stop. Listen, I am physically
Is it time to go?
No, we got some other shit to talk about.
It's an hour and 8 minutes, but stop.
All right, so just say maybe, but go check it out.
At the very least, you could just go watch and support. And
maybe that's all that happens.
Yeah.
I'm telling people, go there, though, because you don't know what's going to happen.
And now, like, Gunner's already hung out with Gary's awesome son.
Yeah. No, he's a cool
and he'll
kid.
be like, I mean, because again, Gary, your son's the shit. Took Gunner in,
showed him the ropes,
like they were best friends for life. Like was like making sure he had fun and watching out for him, and like was so greatly appreciated.
All right, so here's another question for you. We got 2 more.
Okay, and then are we talking about drama?
Maybe you just relax.
I just want to know. I know people.
Why are you so angry tonight?
I'm not angry. I'm just know people are fucking wanting it.
Oh, hey, people need to keep wanting it.
People like drama.
I like to make them want more.
This is like the Kardashians.
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
It's like keeping up with the Kardashians of Silvertown.
All right. So what is the number one? This is for you, Brooke. What is the number one thing a woman can do to get a man to commit to her?
What? You don't like? I don't like that approach or
What's the
attitude.
number one thing a man can do?
First of all, Gary said he has to finish the rest of the bourbon, so he'll be back on the podcast. That is correct, sir. Nobody's drinking that shit.
No, Bonnie took 2 shots of it straight.
Bonnie did take. Bonnie's a gangster.
She is.
She took
She's
2
the only person
shots of
other than
it.
Gary that likes bourbon.
Otherwise, we're like, this is yucky. It's on top of the fridge.
Yep. Waiting for you, sir.
Okay, so I feel like that's a whole wrong approach of like, how do you get a guy to commit to you? Is that what that like?
Yeah. What's the number one way a woman can get a guy to commit to her?
No, you don't try. You just be you.
Again,
and
you look at me every time I ask these questions. You look at me like I'm creating them, and the anger in your eyes, like I'm asking you this question.
No, I'm disappointed and I'm sad for anybody that has to ask that, because it makes me sad, because you don't need to, like, first of all, think that because you aren't married yet or whatever, or because you haven't found your fucking person, that there's something wrong with you. Like, that's not the case. Like, I don't know. There's no like playbook on like what you do, because everybody's different. Like, if I told you to do XYZ of what makes me perfect for Randal, that doesn't make you perfect for every man, you know? Like, it's not a thing that you can, like, I mean, except for the basic things that we talk about of like, don't be a bitch. Like, don't try and change. Like, as soon as you start dating somebody, don't try to change everything about them. If you want to change everything about them, they're not for you.
That was my answer. So good job.
So if you go on a date with somebody and you're like, this guy's great, except for this whole fucking list of things, move on.
And guess what? If you marry that whole list of things, that's your fault.
It's your fucking fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. And when it doesn't work out, you're an idiot, because you need to, like, if you go on a date with somebody and there is anything that really gets under your skin, don't ever think that you can change it, whatever. Like, you have to love somebody so much that whatever bothers you, or if there is anything, that you take them for all of that, and that you don't want to, or you bounce. Like, if whatever that thing is that bothers you is a deal breaker, then go. Like, that's not, because you marry somebody and take all of their flaws, because nobody's perfect. Take all of it in that package. That's what you're getting, and you're not going to change it. Because you're not going to fucking change it.
And everybody's going to make this mistake with the first one, all right? That's why we say the first marriage is like the first pancake, all right? Listen, it happens, goddamn.
The train and wheels come off.
Yeah, you're going to accept things that you probably wouldn't, and that's part of life, right? You learn as you make mistakes, and as you make good decisions, and as you make bad, you learn from all those, right? But it comes back to, like Honcho saying, chemistry is there. It's important, but also the ability to be able to call a spade a spade. Nobody really has the balls, right? Like, you learn this after you've been through one or two. Like, maybe one of us should have called it early.
Yeah.
Like, this wasn't working, but you hang in there too long. You put in the work. This happens all the time, when the best option would have been to peel off the Band-Aid, right? And just end it and be done. People don't trust that gut instinct.
That gut instinct?
And my advice to them is just to trust that, right? Like, if your gut is telling you, like, this shit isn't right,
I
It isn't
know.
right, you know, and you got to have the balls to walk away. And
It's
that's tough
so
to
hard.
do, sons. But listen, when you become a champion, and sometimes you don't become a champion right away, you become one later in life, right? You learn, and that makes you the champion.
Well, those mistakes sometimes make you
Sure.
that. Yeah, because I mean, we've both said
Yes, it's
on
tough.
we've both been married before. On our wedding days, the first time around, we both had that fucking gut instinct of like, this isn't right.
Well, sure. And you got to learn whether you listen to that or not. Because is that cold feet? Is it real advice? Like, you don't know the
But
first
you know
time.
what?
You don't know.
On my wedding day to you, nothing like that.
And we had the biggest fucking. You talk about the fucking British folks, what the king and the queen,
The
or
royal wedding?
family.
Yeah.
Nothing compared to our sons. All right, we had thousands in the fucking
Courthouse.
pews. Wasn't court. We did the
I know.
church.
We did a church with
There were 6 people.
7.
7.
Might have been 8. It was my immediate family.
Very small. Guess what? Went in debt $0 too. So,
It was
have a good day.
Whatever the marriage license cost. What
We'd
is that?
already
$20?
had kids. We'd already been living in sin for multiple years.
And you know what? It's the best day of my life.
It was so good. So guess what? We went home to our house and made dinner. God damn.
No, you went to work.
Went to work, sons. Went to work.
We came home. Griffin called his mom and was like, Dad and Brooke got married. And then Randal was like, bye, gotta go to work. I was like, seriously? We just got married.
Great day, sons.
But it was awesome. Gunnar was like 2, almost 2.
He was a
and
nightmare
He was a
the whole
fucking
thing.
nightmare trying to burn the church down. It was awesome.
All right, so let me get to this
Yeah,
one.
no, if there's any question, just no.
No, we agree on that 100%. All right, this one is to Uncle Randy. It's more of a political question.
The goat said they were skinny dipping in the ocean at ours. So good. Oh, you guys are perfect. I love the goat and Mrs. Goat. Is that what she is?
Yeah. Yeah, she's Mrs. Goat. All right, so Uncle Randy, I know you're running for governor. So what are your thoughts? Should we defund the police in Atlanta? That's a loaded question, son.
That's a loaded question.
All right, and I'm going to take that one first. All right, the first answer to that,
yes.
I'm going to just come to. I shared an article today. 22 shootings. 22 people were shot in Atlanta this past weekend. 22.
I saw that news article where but it was all in terrible parts of town. But
It doesn't. But the whole point is, you want to defund the police? Go ahead and make that 62.
oh, for sure, because you know what? None of those shootings were by a policeman.
No, those were
I can hear
homicides and.
I can hear fucking Evie barking
Yeah, who
through my
cares?
headphones.
So here's the political answer. That's a big fuck no from Uncle. Uncle Randy's not defunding no police. If anything, I'm going to put more money into the police, and let me tell you why. When Uncle Randy's governor, all right, I'm going to put more funds because, yeah, I do agree. Training is important. We could better train our officers, and I think any police officer would tell you they don't get enough training, right? Mm-hmm. We can train them in better de-escalation tactics. And listen, when I legalize weed, goddamn, we're going to cut down on thousands of interactions with the police between not only minorities, but everybody, right? Because they're not going to be looking for the little dirty weed you're smoking, son. A little roach in your ashtray. Not a big deal anymore, sons, because it's legal, sons. Like it should be. Uncle Randy doesn't even like the weed, all right? Makes him puke, goddamn. Makes him feel like a monster. Not for him. But I'm going to legalize it. We're going to use that money, sons. And we're going to put it back into education, police, roads, things to make Georgia as great as it can be and it should be. But you want to fuck around and put Stacey Abrams in office? Go right ahead, sons. This will be California 2.0, sons.
Nobody's going to really defund the police. But they're using
Minneapolis has done it. Minnesota's done it after the George Floyd.
They
Guess
legitimately
what?
did.
Murder capital of the world now. Murder capital of the world now. They've defunded the police. It's
And now
the
people are getting
wrong
murdered everywhere.
idea. It's the wrong way to go about it. You put more money into it. Train them better.
The poor mayor, I remember, was trying to fight that.
Listen.
Right after George Floyd got murdered. And I get it. Like, was under so much pressure. But
you don't bend the knee to social pressure. Uncle Randy's never going to do that, sons.
They burned down the police station.
I don't give a fuck what's going to. First off, they'd never do that because guess what? I'd have had them all shot. As soon as they went to the police station, I'd have shot them all. I'd had the police mow them the fuck down,
It was
son.
such a fucking, like...
It was a shit show, and they lost control when they did that. And guess what? Uncle Randy, law enforcement will never lose control because I'm not going to take away their ability to make those decisions and be leaders in the community, all right? I'm not going to make it to where I'm not going to take their immunity away, sons. That's the fucking most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And they're talking about doing that in this country now, removing the immunity from police officers to where they're liable in civil cases for every fucking thing they do. You can't do that. I know it sounds sexy, right? To all these
that guy
hipsters.
murdered George Floyd.
And he's going to jail. That guy's fine.
But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that one piece of shit cop murdered him. That doesn't mean that everybody. But that doesn't mean that the whole police force is garbage. Like, I get that there's some fucking, and there's been some bad shit that's happened with police, but like, it's such a small percentage.
Yeah,
compared to
one of those two in the pinks.
Look at our niece got in a fender bender in my sister's car. Sorry, I'm distracted. My niece has a concussion.
Oh, that sucks.
Jordy.
Oh my God. I thought Kiki. Immediately I went to Kiki.
You immediately. Oh, shameful. It was JoJo.
All right. So listen, let Uncle Randy get elected right here. Okay, listen. Not going to defund the police. All right. If that turns you off, you're not going to vote for Uncle Randy. That's fine. So I'm gonna fund the police. I'm gonna fund their training. They deserve to have better training. They're being put out on the streets.
Can we pay them more? Trained.
I'm good with paying them more. And listen, when I legalize
and make it harder to be a police officer. You know, like you can be any fucking douchebag off. That's what I'm saying. Like, not to say that, like, because we have plenty of friends that are police officers and are good police officers, and you don't get paid enough. But like, you just fucking do that shit without me.
Yeah, listen. Oh, pour me another one. I'll do one with you.
Fucking. Who are you, the GOAT?
Yes. So what I'm going to do, sons. I want you to hear my platform, all right? My wife's very passionate about this. She's the first lady of Georgia. I get it. And I like that, son. She's going to be involved.
I'm going to be your Laura Bush.
But listen, immediately, just so you all know, I'm going to dump money into the police. And there's a reason, sons, because I believe they deserve the best training. They need to be trained in jujitsu 4 hours a week, son. 4 hours a week. They don't get the training. Some of them do. Some of them don't.
Hang on. We just had a story on Channel 2 tonight about training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
It's not from the government side. I'm talking about from the state. We are going to put that training and the funding to where they're not pulling that out of their department funds, all right? Because when I legalize the ganja and the kush, we're going to be rolling in the fucking money here like never before, sons. Colorado's over there jerking off onto loads of cash.
They're Scrooge McDuck and federal and state money,
and then tapping with the fucking
all
hundos.
of the government buildings have bio bidets in the public restrooms. They don't, but maybe they do.
So I'm going to fund the police. I'm going to fund the fire department. I'm going to fund everything. I'm going to fund the teachers. Listen, although Uncle Randy's got some beefs with the teachers union, we're going to push that aside for another show. All right, listen. I'm going to put the money where it's important, and police is part of it. I'm not defunding nobody, so if that's your deal breaker, write that down, sons. Put money into police. I want the best people out there that are police officers to be the most highly trained and capable people on earth, and I'm going to get rid, boom. No need to pull over for weed, because guess what? That shit's legal, sons. All right?
Okay, but you still wouldn't be able to drive and smoke weed.
No, but if you're driving and you got a little roach in the fucking ashtray.
And you have some on you? Yeah.
That's legal.
Because you can't be like, okay, a roach, though, would be like an open container in the car.
Yeah, I'm not
okay,
about
there's fucking...
I'm going to write that in the law. Roaches are fine. Listen, I'm the governor, sons. I'm able to do what I want.
Flash said defund the politicians.
That's totally fair. And you do that, you take away these super PAC sons, you take away the fucking, where people are being carried by these fucking donors that are crazy. Just look at who's funding some of these politician cucks, which include Brian Kemp's sons. Just because Uncle Randy's conservative doesn't mean I'm a Kemp fan. Kemp's he's a horse shit salesman, sons. He's bullshit. He's trying to be Mr. Conservative now, right? That the election's coming back. He had no problem sticking it right in our butts, sons, a year ago. And think Uncle Randy's going to forget about that? That's a big fuck no. And when I get to debate him, sons, it's going to be on. It's going to be on, goddamn, because when I tell him he fucked us and he took away our constitutional rights, I want to hear his answer. He's going to say it was for health services reasons, right? For community health. Fuck that. Fuck that. Uncle Randy will never infringe on your rights, sons. Never. I will make people more free. That's it. Never less free. Write that down. All right, okay. I did have one more question. I lied.
Oh my God. So we're not, okay.
This is the last one.
We just gotta fucking go after this.
Yep, this is it. No offense to anyone. Why do men cheat? I'll let you go first. Hey, this is how they send them in, goddamn. I don't know.
That's why.
Yeah, so go ahead.
What was the question?
Why do men cheat? This person wrote in. They said, no offense, but why do men cheat?
No offense, but why do men cheat? I mean, we've talked about this. First of all, it might just be that y'all aren't fucking compatible. And it could be, are you using sex as a punishment? Like, are you mad at your husband for not taking out the trash and then not having sex with him for months? Are you demasculating him in front of your kids and his friends? Or it could be all kind of reasons. There's many, many reasons. Withholding sex for sure is the number one reason. I mean, if you're not having sex with your husband and you think that that's going to make him want you more, you know what that's going to do? It's going to make him go find it somewhere else.
Yeah, you mean, you know that I love you more than anything. But you're dead wrong on this, all right? Men cheat because they like to fuck. All right, that's the core.
I just
of it.
said that.
They are filled. Listen,
I literally just said that. I said, if you're not giving it to him, he's going to go somewhere else.
Even if they're giving it to you, and then that's not justifying it. My point is,
What?
If a man is gonna cheat, if he finds a reason of any, and this isn't justifying it, sons. Just listen to Uncle Randy. He's gonna give it to you for real. You want the bullshit answers? Fine, go Google it. You'll get the scientific. You want the truth? Here it is. We're savages. Men are built to fuck, sons. They're built to fuck. So you got to provide. This isn't fair, but a woman has to provide reason for a man to go against his evolutionary feelings, goddamn, and needs to spread his seed.
Simmer the fuck down with the spreading the seed.
We are made to spread our seed.
Do you think we don't want to fuck?
I agree. But listen, men, we spread the seed. Y'all bang. No seed spread. Men bang. Spread the seed.
We don't. We carry the seed.
Yes,
we don't spread the seed.
We apply the seed. All right. We
Jesus.
We cultivate the field.
Fuck off.
I'm just telling you. There's an urge there. So, but you can prevent that urge from taking over a man by
satisfying him
doing
at home,
and he has to do his part too. I'm not saying, because Brooke is absolutely right. Women will like to fuck ski too, sons. Hell, we love ski.
Yeah, but we're not going to want to fuck you if you're a piece of shit
Sure.
and lazy and don't pay any attention
That's
to
where
you.
we're different.
And
Men will bang the lazy, chubby, disgustingness. We have no qualms with that.
Not a problem.
Men are made to bang. It's not fair. It's not right. But if you pretend there's not something in there in men, and I'm not saying it's fair that women have an extra job, but they got an extra job. There's something to that, sons. And I hate to be that guy, but I'm trying to give it to you straight, sons. All right, listen, Uncle Randy, I don't lie to you. I care about you.
So don't be a piece of shit.
I'm saying, show your husband your tits. Bang him when appropriate.
Right.
When there's a thunderstorm, sons, take her clothes off.
But I'm saying, like you were saying, the husband's going to fuck you no matter what. The husband has to take some accountability. You also show your wife
yes, and
respect.
Guess what? They're willing to do that if you're his piece, like that beautiful poem that was written.
Yeah.
If you're his piece, you eliminate 99.9% of that urge. Uh-huh. But if you just give a man a window, I'm just giving it to you honest. You give him a little.
Are you threatening me?
No, I'm telling the listeners what to look for.
Okay. Tell me.
Is you don't give a man a window and basically put a little condom on his nightstand and say, honey, here you go. Because men are filthy animals. Yeah. We'll fuck fatties, sons. We'll fuck a fatty on the side. No problem. It's not right.
Really? Tell me more.
I'm telling you, men in general, babe. You know me, babe. Uh-huh.
And I know
everything I do. So it's fine. But I'm not going to tell you that the best looking guy you know, and I'm talking to the listeners, if you think he hasn't banged a fatty, goddamn, you're crazy.
Okay,
you're crazy.
Everybody's banged a fatty or like a quote unquote fatty.
Yeah, everyone's jumped on a grenade. That's it. Now, can you imagine being the GOAT when him and B. Wade were younger? GOAT, very handsome man. But B. Wade, they're up there. I mean, we're going to do a charity event, sons.
Oh, Jesus.
We're going to get Richard Tillman here and B. Wade,
Richard
a.k.a.
and
Nighthawk, and we're going to do an auction on who's handsomer.
Okay. Yeah. No, we talked about this. It's like, it's a handsome off.
Yeah. I don't know who raises more money. We're going to raise money.
B. Wade might be taller. I don't know.
He is taller.
That's maybe
They're both very muscular.
A point in his corner. I don't know. They're both fucking.
They're both actors.
They're both actors. They're both like don't have an ounce of fat on them, and are the nicest guys and super
nice. It really hurts.
And both in relationships, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah, both very happily with others, but just from the acting appeal, right? Like if you know the things that Nighthawk has been in, he is everything opposite of a lot of the characters you've ever seen him play. Nicest guy in the world.
Well, and he a lot of times will play somebody that's like
he's a meathead. He's
right, like
jacked.
or like big and stupid.
Yeah.
And he's not
absolutely.
stupid. Like
no, he's absolutely not.
But that's where he's just funny, and he is able to do that and not take himself too seriously. And
yeah, but guess what? Dialed in as fuck. All right, we had dinner. I'm going to give a little spoiler here about Nighthawk. We have fajitas over there at the Goats.
Say what he's doing.
I'm not. I'm saying we have fajitas at the Goats. Great chicken fajitas. Goat did very well on the fucking Blackstone.
Of course.
Get in there to eat. Got all the trimmings. Nighthawk has a plate this high of chicken. Just chicken, sons, with a fork and chicken. And he's that dedicated. That's why he's that
protein.
Jacked. And that's why Gunner's like, how many veins do you got, bro? Like, how many veins? Because there's veins everywhere.
Gunner was obsessed with the veins in his arms, and he couldn't not talk about them, look at them, and Brian knew it. He's like, as soon as Gunnar comes over, he talks about the veins.
No,
like,
but just,
I know, I'm sorry.
Just so you know, if you want to find somebody though, that you should care about, I ask that you really go back and look at the Nighthawk and Gunner video. What a guy that does that, right?
I know.
Look at how he has an interview with a little youngster that thinks he's a superhero, right? And has a little YouTube channel. And he does that interview for him. That should tell you everything. You should support that guy 100%. Richard Tillman, same way.
Yes.
And this is going to be a death match. If we can get those two together, we'll raise $1 million on who's the most handsome guy on earth.
Who's the most handsome and nicest guy ever?
Richard Tillman writes children's books and donates the proceeds to charity. So it's going to be tough.
Oh my God.
Abs everywhere.
We're fucking fortunate to be friends with such people.
Very fortunate. But yeah, like I said, me and Nighthawk go back years and years. Me, him, and the Goat. I mean, hell.
To childhood.
God, I know everything about there's some stories there, sons. The Goat, Nighthawk, and Uncle Randy, a young Uncle Randy. Woo. I'm not even going to get into it.
Like all the stories that Ryan and Brian talked about. Like
I just cut me out of a picture and placed it in there.
The Photoshop of Randal dropping in.
And I'm 42 years old in every picture. They're 13, 14, and there's a 42-year-old Uncle Randy with a beard. That image
in my head for some reason is hysterical.
That's exactly. Oh, guess what? We got one more question. I can't not get to. I said we get to all. This is the last one.
You had 87. Hang on, there's one more.
Because I want to listen. We got listeners. I want to answer them. I want to take care of them because they're the reason we're here, babe.
Okay.
God, you've become such a celebrity. You don't even care anymore. You're like, fuck the listeners.
I haven't. I just don't fucking know.
You're so jaded.
You just if you would go in order,
I do not go in. That's absolutely true.
Then you would maybe you would look at them and say, "We have X amount of questions for this episode," and it wouldn't come to this. But
all right, was Joe Rogan wrong for downplaying the importance of getting vaccinated on one of his recent episodes? No. Are you upset that the U.S. will never reach herd immunity at this point?
They were just talking about this on the news earlier. So I didn't. Sure, I'm going first. Obviously,
go for it.
Started. I didn't listen to the Joe Rogan episode, so I don't know what they're talking about. But I think that who gives a fuck? Are we harping on everybody getting the flu vaccine? Like the flu shot every single fucking year? Like, do people get hazed for not getting their flu shot? I think it's like a choice, right? Like, so it should still be a choice for people to get the COVID vaccine if they want to. And it's really just a matter of positioning which fucking which way you want to flex on like, oh, we have to get everybody vaccinated, or like, oh, everybody that maybe is vulnerable gets vaccinated and everybody else can choose. Like, I think that's just like the line in the sand. And you know, it depends on which news channel you watch as to who gives a fuck on herd immunity or whatever. I feel like we're fucking like this herd immunity. Like I survived the whole pandemic, didn't get vaccinated, didn't get COVID.
That we know of.
I mean, me and you both, and Gunnar and Griffin. We also went places, have been going places for almost a year now, and have survived. So I think we're good. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
Honcho's got a great point. This is a real thing. All right, a lot of colleges are making it mandatory, which is fucked.
Some workplaces are making it mandatory.
Listen, Uncle Randy's been for a while. I've been getting less and less college pushing to where I'm almost at the point of being like, you know what, fuck college. Save the money, get a trade, learn a skill.
We're still paying off your bullshit college.
Oh, we will till I die.
And
I will defer those fuckers.
Angry every fucking day about it.
Yeah,
so
that's the only thing about Joe. I'm like, Joe, where's the forgiveness, bro?
Come on. Where's
Biden?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Should have voted for Bernie.
Bro, do what you said,
I didn't
bro.
vote for Biden either. But
about Joe Rogan, no, Uncle Randy's not upset. All right? Joe Rogan has every right to have his opinion as anybody else. But because he signed this $100 million deal with Spotify, the fucking cancel culture's all over him. They're vulturing every word he says.
Did he say he's not getting the vaccine?
No, he said he's not, and he thinks that young, healthy people should be able to make the choice. That's all I said. He didn't say anything controversial.
Exactly. That's exactly my point.
Social pressure is all over him.
Yes.
Because these hippies, right? They're like, oh, God, he's an
hippies.
anti-vaxxer.
Don't say
it's
hippies.
It's a lot of hippies. It's a ton of hippies.
Okay.
There's a huge amount of hippies that are like, he's an anti-vaxxer.
I feel attacked because you've always called me a hippie. It's not hippies. It's the fucking leftist fucking communists.
Which are a lot of hippies.
I'm not a communist.
I know you're not, but there's a lot of them that are.
But don't generalize.
No, there's a lot.
All hippies are not communists. All communists are not hippies.
And if I got to play the percentages of how many of them are either conservatives or hippies, it's going to be hippies.
But I feel exactly the same way he does.
I know.
Exactly. Because you know what? My sister that is fucking...
Yeah, she's had everything on earth. So
yes,
she should get it.
She's had cancer. She's autoimmune diseases. Like, yes, please fucking get the vaccine.
Absolutely.
Even though she had a child that was in her house with COVID and she didn't get it,
Yep.
still fucking get it. And my dad, who's almost 82, he's
powerful. That dude was power fucking late in life, sons, producing girls left and right.
5 girls in his life. Yeah, and but he's gotten his first vaccine. He's got a second one scheduled. Yes, please get it.
Sure.
And he asked me when I went to visit him in the hospital last week if I was getting it. And I said, nah.
Yeah. Uncle Randy's mom, guess what?
She should get it.
Smoked 7 packs of cigarettes a day for 40 years.
Has she gotten it?
She got it, yes.
She did. Okay,
she
good.
Should.
And she should, yes. I agree.
She quit smoking, though, by the way,
Randy
which is
get it?
unbelievable.
But
I'm not sure. I think she may have said he did, or I don't know. But she did. So that's good.
I'm just saying, at their age, technically.
I support that. But listen, guess what? Uncle Randy's not getting it, sons. Sorry about that. Listen, if that makes you angry, fuck yourself.
No, I'm not getting it either.
I'm good to go. All right. If I get it, guess what? I'll face that repercussions. I'll battle that motherfucker like I have everything else in life.
But you know what? If I get, because you know why I don't care.
And I'm not going to feel bad. If I do get it, I'm not going to come on here and apologize and be like, I'm sorry I said I wasn't getting it. It was
with the vaccine or COVID?
Either one.
I know.
It should happen, sons. Listen, when you've been kicked in the balls enough in life, you're prepared for when the other shoe drops. So if some shit happens to Uncle Randy, guess what? That's life, son.
No, and that's what I told my dad. I said, I'm not getting it because I honestly I'm not scared of getting COVID because like so many other people that don't have any kind of underlying issues that they know of have just been so programmed to think that like, oh, if I get COVID, I'm immediately going to die.
Yeah, because I could wake up tomorrow, sons, with ass cancer for days.
Right.
It's a real thing. Could wake up tomorrow, stage 4 colon cancer, prolapsed anus, sons. I'm in the hospital. I got 6 weeks to live. Maybe.
True.
I don't know.
Or whatever. Or I could walk out and get hit by a bus. It could happen. But like I am not right now in any direct fear of getting COVID, and I don't like this. Now it's the long-term effects, and that like you're gonna not be able to run a marathon or whatever. Like I am not fucking worried about any of that shit. So I want everybody that does have underlying health problems, or because my dad was like, oh, so I was like, I want everybody that wants to get it. He said the old people. I was like, yeah. Yeah. Old people and Susans.
So I'm
old people and my sisters that have autoimmune and underlying lots of shit that could happen. Please fucking get it.
But I'm going to do a shot.
I just don't fucking care.
Listen, what I'm about to tell you, son.
And you didn't even care. I sent you that picture that Nate Diaz posted on his Facebook story, and it made me laugh out loud.
You know why I didn't respond to that?
It made me laugh out loud.
I've seen that before, and guess who posted it?
Oh, who?
Gary Lamb.
Oh.
Weeks ago.
Well, you could have at least responded to that.
Yeah. But yeah, he
You're
took the thunder out of that, the Andrew Lincoln thing. But here's the deal, sons. All right, write this down.
It was The Walking Dead, and it was like in 2024 when I'm the only one that didn't get the vaccine, and now it was all zombies, and then Rick Grimes, boo. But I didn't know Nate Diaz was so. I should have known. He's fucking. Stop fucking tongue fucking your shot.
Doing this for Kilmer.
Kilmer is not watching anymore.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. Is he? Can I see who's watching?
All right, so here you go, sons.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare yourselves.
You can see who's watching 8,000 times because.
All right, listen. Uncle Randy lives his life like this. All right, sons.
We gotta go.
I'm done with this shit. All right, been done with this shit since the start.
Oh my God, Kilmer's watching.
I've been done with Uncle Randy's been done with this shit since it started, sons. Listen, I don't want to be all weird, and guess what? If you hate Uncle Randy, good for you, sons. This shit doesn't bother me. It's not part of my life, sons. It hasn't affected my fucking life in any other way than when the fucking politicians have overstepped their fucking reach and impeded on my liberty, sons.
It's impacted my life.
Other than that, I'm talking about what we do day to day. The only way it's affected our day to day, where we go, what we do, is where the government has overreached.
Yes.
We've both had people in our lives that have had COVID, have gotten sick from it. Some have gotten better, some haven't. It's a real thing. We never didn't acknowledge that. But as far as what we do and where we would go if we were legally allowed, it has never affected our lives. We would have went anywhere we wanted if we could have. During those times. It hasn't affected our life.
And sent our child anywhere he wanted.
And it's not gonna, sons. All right, listen, and after this show, I'm not going to talk about COVID anymore. Guess why? Because, listen, the key to getting this shit to go away is to quit fucking talking about it. You watch it in the government. 15 days to stop the spread, sons. Remember when Mike Pence held that fucking doucher PowerPoint thing up?
That was
15 days
14 months ago.
Fucking doucher Fauci, sons. Listen, has there been a doctor that's been more discredited in his fucking career? Jeez Louise, sons.
Okay, we're done. No more COVID. So
yeah, it's not going to affect my life. I'm not going to do anything
Joe
around
Rogan,
COVID. Joe Rogan's right.
He's correct. We agree with whatever his sentiment of, yeah, I'm not getting it. Whoever wants to get it, get it.
And listen, here's my prediction. Joe Rogan will be off Spotify before the end of 2021 because the fucking cancel culture is so crazy. At the rate they're going, at how they're uproaring,
they paid him $100 million
something over everything he says, he's going to leave Spotify before the year because they're already censoring him and pulling old episodes that they want to, which he was against from the jump. He'll be gone from Spotify. Wasn't that part of his $100 million contract? He'll be gone by the end of the year.
Did he already get his full $100 million?
The GOAT said he ate COVID.
He did. He ate it and shit it out.
Listen, the GOAT had COVID, came by the house, was like, hey, guess what? I got COVID.
Cool. High five.
Weird. My nose is stuffy. Let's go run pass routes down at the park. And I was throwing him posts and fucking flag patterns, sons. He was cutting on a dime with COVID. No big deal.
I don't remember that happening, but okay.
You don't remember when we all went down to the park? Me and the GOAT were throwing pass patterns. He was running flags.
He didn't have it then, though, did he?
Yes, he did.
He had already had it like that past week.
Okay.
But people are like, I was dying for 3 months.
No, he was the GOAT was like, cool. They said I
had
COVID,
a stuffy nose
whatever.
for a week.
I'm cool.
I think his was a false positive.
I don't know, sons. But anyway, so Uncle Randy was near death, had his test, said I was negative. Then Brooke was sick as a fuck. A week later.
Didn't get a test because I was by proxy negative.
Didn't get a test, son. Hey, Uncle Randy gave blood a week ago.
I'm not going to get my nose fucking brain fucked by a swab.
Oh, it goes. That one that I had done would have put you in the fucking tightened your butt ass up real tight.
You already got a test and it was negative, so immediately I was like, well, I have exactly what he has, not COVID. Obviously, he got tested. Bada bing, bada boom, negative. And guess what? Nobody else got sick and nobody died.
Yeah.
As a direct effect of our shit.
So, all right. So I'm going to put this out there. All right. I know a lot of people are here wanting to hear about the Silvertown. Was there drama this weekend? Was there not? I don't know. There's rumors out there swirling. Did the Terminator...
Can we just say that Terminator gets a fucking varsity letter or something?
That's a great point. I'm going to put that out there.
Okay.
All right. We have created a new rule. So, sons, this is breaking news, sons. Goat gets brain fucked 3 times a week.
I don't know what that means.
Runs Hollywood. Because he runs Hollywood. He gets tested 3 times a week.
Oh, brain fuck. Yes, he does. It's
What's
insane.
weird is that they've also adopted the anal swab in Hollywood as a voluntary thing. Yes, they go straight in the nose and the anus. Deep.
God bless you, because I could not. Nope. I would fucking quit my job.
Yeah, the goat elects the anal. He prefers the anal probe.
I would too. I would
take the anal.
Up the butt rather than in the nose. Yes.
Yeah. So we have enacted a new rule here in Married AF at his recommendation. Will you test me anally, sir? Please.
Please.
We are now, listen, Hall of Famers are Hall of Famers, all right? They're champions. So champions are going to champion. You hear Uncle Randy say that? Nothing Uncle Randy says is off the cuff, sons. Every bit of it is based in the science.
Everything off the cuff.
In the science, in the science, in the science. All right? So Hall of Famers, being that they're champions, they're going to champion again. It's not like they're just going to champion one time and then quit championing. Yeah. It's not in them. They're Hall of Famers for a reason.
It's bound to happen again.
Yeah. You guys don't understand what it takes to be Hall of Fame level, sons. To be Hall of Fame level, you got to be unselfish. You also got to be selfish.
No, you got to be unselfish and just balls to the wall.
You also got to have self-belief, sons, all right? It's powerful. So, anyway, so when they do something Hall of Fame worthy, you don't just forget about them because they're over here on this wall here. By the way, let me turn on the lights.
Oh. Did you fix that fucking...
I sure did.
You did. That thing is falling off the wall.
I'll take a second, all right? Remove your caps unless you're Uncle Randy and just give a moment of silence for these Hall of Famers. By the way, the GOAT's picture's changed, sons. That was at his request for a year straight. 1 year straight of him offering cash money.
I don't even think the Hall of Fame has been a year, but it's close.
He hated that old picture.
It is a great
of him
picture.
Holding the dick cup.
He had just won a poker tournament, but still.
All right, so let me see.
Much better picture.
Yeah, hand me one of those Sharpies out of the thing.
No, don't Sharpie it.
No, I wanted Sharpie it. This is a great idea.
No, but
I'm going off the cuff here. Just trust me here, babe. Trust Uncle Randy. When you trust Uncle Randy, things go right, babe. All right, look, she's doing it. She's trusting Uncle Randy because she wins, all right? No, black one. I need black. She trusts Uncle Randy, sons. It's full trust. So what we're going to do, sons, is we're going to give you like a football sticker, all right? When they Hall of Fame a second time, we have to acknowledge that. So if it was, if this was Ohio State, you get a Buckeye sticker all day, sons. She's digging, sons.
They're dead. Okay, here's a big fatty.
Yes, that's the one.
But I don't think it has much juice.
All right, let me see this here.
Oh, fuck. I got paper clips that fell out everywhere. Oh, my God. I'm in a mess. I got to pee so bad. I'll be back. What are you doing?
Putting a sticker on. All right, so right there, if you see the Terminator there, he's got a dick written on his frame, right? Those are going to be the stickers. All right, when you Hall of Fame a second time, you get a dick written on your fucking glass, all right? So he's a Hall of Famer second time, sons. So, listen, shit happens, right? You have disagreements everywhere, sons, but the difference is who's going to step up to the plate, sons? All right? When the shit hits the fan, sons, are you one of these guys that are going to tuck your dick between your legs and start clucking like a chicken, son? Or are you going to take action? It depends, right? Everybody's different. Listen, unlike Uncle Randy, most of you have never trained, sons. You've never been in a fisticuffs, goddamn. You talk like you have. You talk about that time in first grade when you got into a little dust-up with your buddy. But you never went toe-to-toe, goddamn. Hell, Uncle Randy has, sons, many times. Hell, I've won, I've lost. I've gotten the old ass whooped, goddamn embarrassingly. I've also dominated a motherfucker, sons. Do any of y'all know what it feels like to dominate another man? I don't think you do, sons. Not really. That's why Uncle Randy can speak with such courage and depth, because it's real, sons.
Oh my God, I had a piece of that. I'm so sorry.
I've went toe-to-toe with a man, son, and I've taken his soul. I've had my soul taken. Mm-hmm. How many of you have done that? I don't see any answers, sons, because it hasn't
Did you draw a dick on his picture?
Sure did, sons.
That's not cool.
That is the new sticker.
Oh my God.
Everyone is going to get
such
a dick.
A child. Really?
How much do I like dicks?
Are you going to draw a dick like going into people's mouths?
No, it's just going to be the little...
It looks like a mushroom growing out of some grass, though. What's on the dick? It looks like there's stripes on it. What did you do?
No, that's the dick head. That's the slit in the penis
looks
hole.
like no, it looks like a mushroom.
Yeah, see, Goat remembers when me and him and Nighthawk dominated in that bar brawl when we were 23.
Stop antagonizing him.
Man, I remember that like it was yesterday, sons. We had just, let me tell you, we had all just moved to L.A., right, to pursue our dreams. And
Tell me about it.
We left Florida, sons. We packed up and left the Sunshine State. We went to L.A.
To follow
sons.
your dreams.
We were just three poor bastards with a dream.
3 best friends that anyone had ever
Listen,
had.
Uncle Randy had all kinds of leads and shit. People wanted him to be an action star, sons. Listen, hell, if it wasn't for his decision-making, sons, he'd have been the action star.
No.
He'd have been the Rock, all right? They're still taught. Listen, I got movie roles coming in left and right. I'm turning them down. Don't want to leave the family, sons. We'll see what happens.
All I know is that Brian said if there was a fucking fight popping off, that the GOAT was
Listen,
right up in there. It said he was a scrappy motherfucker.
Let me tell you from experience, all right? So when me and Nighthawk...
And I don't doubt it for 1 second.
Me and Nighthawk and the GOAT were in this bar in L.A. We had all just gotten off from our shift at the coffee shop, sons. We were, bussing tables, waiting tables to get by, sons. We were struggling actors. We were out there auditioning our asses off, sons, dancing on Wednesday nights. It's just part of it, sons. You do what you got to do to survive.
Was this a Magic Mike scenario?
Very similar. But the GOAT was the better coffee shop worker.
Okay.
He was made for that shit. He did well. Me and Nighthawk, sons, we were more about the weights, all right? More about the pussy, goddamn. We like to fuck, sons. GOAT was more damn dialed in on his craft and becoming a bartista. That was his goal.
Barista.
The best barista and actor he could be. So we're in there, right? And this guy comes in and he's picking at Nighthawk and saying, "Hey, meathead guy, you're all huge. And look at me. I'm wearing my scarf and smoking my clove cigarettes. You're not LA enough. So fuck you, meathead." All of a sudden, here comes the GOAT. 2 fucking cappuccinos to the eyes, son. It's 2 hot cappuccinos. Burns the guy's eyeballs out. Then he skull fucks him, son. Skull fucks him to death. Beats him to death. That's why the GOAT is no longer doing movies. He had to go behind the scenes, son. His reputation was damaged.
Take it behind the scenes.
His reputation was damaged. As an actor, people were like, "Hey, this guy is a little crazy." Similar to Russell Crowe, very crazy, prone to fist fighting. Loose cannon, exactly. So, damn, me and Nighthawk were like, "Listen, we got to distance ourselves from the GOAT. He is a bad rep. Listen, people can't know that we're all sharing a 1-bedroom apartment anymore out here in the hills.
A twin bed together.
Yes. We have to distance ourselves.
Bunk beds, maybe?
From the GOAT, because he just murdered a guy in the coffee shop with 2 cappuccinos in his fists. So the point of the story is, yes, the GOAT is a spider monkey, son. Dude.
I don't fucking...
To this day, all right? Me and the GOAT, we've been friends since we were 12 years old. Uncle Randy's 42 years old or 43. I'm not sure. One of those.
Something around there. Yep.
And to this day, Uncle Randy is still the voice of reason to the goat. I have to tell the goat, hey, simmer down.
Dial it back.
You should do this. Yeah. Put yourself in this position, goat. Don't go crazy. Put the fucking brewskis down. Put the cappuccino away. When he fires up his cappuccino machine at home, I still get nervous. I still don't like it. Stacy doesn't like it. We don't feel good about it.
Everybody runs. It's just everybody scatters when he makes coffee.
I get nervous, sons. He doesn't know how to deal with the fucking... He goes straight for the violence.
Oh, my gosh.
So anyway, so here's the deal. So Uncle Randy had a couple of early movie roles. Y'all wouldn't know about it, so I'm not going to mention it. But then I left Hollywood, sons. All right, listen, I didn't like the drama. I didn't like the bullshit of Hollywood.
When did your first wife and family fit into this?
I couldn't take it. So I come back to Alabama.
Settle down,
get a job, slinging cell phones, just the normal, thing. I wanted to be an average Joe again, I got tired of being a celebrity. Now that has been rekindled in my older life. And I've used a lot of my early success to my advantage in my relationships that I made out in Hollywood when we were younger. But so the only one that was smart about it was Nighthawk. Because he distanced himself from me and the goat for a while.
Sure.
And started training people in the gym because he's a winner. He was like, can't deal with these guys. Not Nighthawk, all right? I'm peaceful. I know I look huge and I'm the biggest guy in the group. 6'3", shredded wheat. Pecs for days. Want me to make them dance? No problem.
You or Nighthawk?
Nighthawk.
Okay.
Oh, Nighthawk makes Uncle Randy look like a shrimp.
I was like, baby, you're not 6'3". I mean, you're like 6'1".
He's every bit of 6'3", 6'4". I don't know exactly how tall Nighthawk is. Way taller than Uncle Randy. Makes me vomit.
You're like 6'1", babe. You're not. You make yourself.
Yeah, but Nighthawk is so big.
Hey, you're.
But so here's my point to the Silvertone folks, all right? Don't push the goat, all right? When he fucks around...
Don't fucking push him.
Especially if Uncle Randy or Nighthawk isn't there to talk him down. Y'all don't know the buzzwords. There's special words that can bring the goat down from level 10 to 7, which is the difference of
But then if Stacy's there, she could take her boobs out.
She doesn't like to do that in public.
She's not going to do it in public. She could take him off to the side.
Show the boobs real quick and be done.
Real quick.
Very possible. But so just... So
calm the fuck down.
The goat...
Titties.
Loose cannon, sons. Loose cannon, hey, can't be held accountable to his actions.
Yep. No, he can't. I mean, Spider Monkey, I think is the perfect.
No, and listen, I could go on and on about...
We'll kick you right to the face.
Multiple fights that me, him, and Nighthawk got into out
so
in the
many
LA clubs.
So many.
But just so you know, the goat still can outrun most PTV vehicles. He's done it here in Silvertown, up the hill, outran
the
Kilmer's.
Gas tank on that guy is...
Well, it's not the gas tank. It's more of the explosive speed is still there.
Yes.
I don't know about the longevity, but the explosive speed for a short period of time, he's going to still give it hell. He was a striker in soccer. When we were kids, he was always the guy that fucking could go all day. Me and B Wade be huffing it back in the day. Hell, me or B Wade be playing goalie and shit, and he would be playing striker.
Even though neither one of y'all played soccer.
Yeah,
but
me and B Wade, listen, we played goalie and defense. We sat back. Goat was running the whole game.
Yeah,
so
y'all were just fielding pussy in the back.
Yeah, we were back there playing goalie or power fucking, sons. Goalie or power fucker, one of the two.
Oh,
and so the goat, bless him, he always, he really does jump on the grenade, though. Even he'll tell you, like, listen, back in the day when when we were youngsters, I'm talking about teenager sons, when we were coming up in Florida.
The three of you.
Three of us. God, me and Nighthawk got so much pussy, sons. Pussy.
It was just the
so
goat
much
that
pussy.
was, it was you and Nighthawk getting all the pussy and just...
You remember in Step Brothers, though? He was like, remember one time I was with this lady, I got so much pussy. It's like in the cutout parts where Will Ferrell laughed. Yeah, so me and Nighthawk, we got so much pussy. So young. And, we'd be like, hey, goat, you're going to have to jump on the fatty for us, sons. And he would be like, guess what? I'm here for you, sons.
Sure.
No problem. Wingman for days. And this isn't no bullshit. Go look at the Uncle Randy shirt. And it's still on Mary AF's store on Store Frontier.
Which one are you talking about?
The one of the goat with his modeling picture, sons. Was a handsome son of a bitch.
Fuck yeah.
Abs for days.
The Saved by the Bell era, Zach Morris.
And I'm gonna take responsibility for his recent weight loss. I'm gonna say it's from us because he got chubby and now he's slimming again. He's lost like fucking 15, 20 pounds. He looks great.
Nice.
God, he was
Kilmer
getting
says
thick.
you've never been west of Alabama, which I know is false because he's been there with me.
And I lived in San Diego.
You lived in San Diego and Colorado Springs. And
Listen.
also, we have been to your brother's wedding in Montana and
Yes.
snowboarding in Lake Tahoe.
That's true. Kilmer,
And
Alpha
Jackson
Kilmer,
Hole,
being
Wyoming.
misinformed here. That's rare. Kilmer knows all. But here's what Kilmer
We
doesn't
love
know.
out west, actually.
He doesn't know that me and the GOAT and the Nighthawk. There was a period. Listen, my family moved away when we were in our middle teenage years. Came back to Florida, regrouped the group. We decided to go to Hollywood together. It was weird. Listen,
All of
it's like a
this is
movie.
false.
We'll
Yeah.
write a movie about it. Me and the GOAT. Maybe that's already in the works. Y'all don't even know. Maybe it's already been sold.
It's 2 hours, baby.
It's good. But so anyway, so back to the Terminator. What the Terminator's done,
Terminator.
this guy,
Dun, 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 dun.
listen, you guys sleep on the Terminator. I've told you forever.
Nobody sleeps on the
Everyone
Terminator.
sleeps on the Terminator except for Uncle Randy. No one is a bigger Terminator supporter than Uncle Randy. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
From the
And I am
jump,
there with
I've
you.
said this guy is an MVP level Hall of Famer. And people are like, oh, he's a middle ground. No, he's not. If there wasn't already the GOAT and the Terminator,
Are you talking about because people think because when he comes like to a party, he's not like the overbearing personality of like, hey, everybody, look at me, because
No,
that's
he's
not
not.
him. That's not him. He's low key, super
Low-key,
chill
super
and
chill.
awesome.
and he can drink and he terminates.
He will drink everybody under the table, and he will also fucking
We talked about it on an
But-
episode. I did drink him on when he quit with Uncle Randy, shot for shot.
I'm saying like he'll fucking, but he will even when
if
he's under the table, he'll keep going.
Yes, if Sarah Connor isn't there being the angel in his ear, yes, he'll go all night.
Yes,
Or at least till he dies. He'll die first.
He'll
before he
keep
quits.
drinking even when he's not vertical.
He will, absolutely. 100%.
He'll let himself fall down and keep drinking.
Yeah, so
Unstoppable.
here's the only thing I want to say. Do you got to pee again?
No, Evie is barking
Why does it bother you so much?
because I don't want her to wake up fucking Gunner.
Do you remember the noise when he was in your stomach?
He sleeps through the fucking.
He went through
I know.
everything. He does not wake up.
I can hear
He's
her
the
through my
least
headphones,
likely.
so I think he can hear her.
No, he can't. But so here's the deal with Terminator, all right? Terminator looks like a guy. He's probably, what do you think, 5'7"? Mm-hmm. I'd say 5'7". Mm-hmm. Maybe 185 pounds.
He's a tank. I don't know. Yeah.
5'7", 185.
Yeah.
But what y'all don't understand is his bones are half antimanium, like Wolverine.
Adamantium.
Adamantium, better word. Whatever. So he really weighs 400 pounds. People don't know that. They think he's 185.
Very dense.
But just ask Stallone, ask Honcho. They've both
Ask
had
him.
to peruse
Ask him.
him and straddle him and hold him.
Hold him back.
And you can go check the record, sons. This is no hyperbole.
Like a bull trying to fucking bust out through the
Stallone
fucking
put it out there.
barricades.
Have you ever tried to hold down a Terminator? Yes or no? Mm-hmm. Because it's brutal.
He was
We talked to the Terminator the day after, bruised up from Stallone. This
Mm-hmm.
is all due to Stallone's violence. From doing a half Nelson from behind. Bruised him up pretty good, sons. Most people say that's strictly for show, that it was makeup to make people think that the Terminator's human, that it was fake bruising.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I don't think he really bruises.
No, I saw it with my own eyes.
I think it was makeup.
It was
sons.
not makeup.
Hollywood, I've been there.
They had just woken up and come over.
You haven't done movies like me and the GOAT and Nighthawk have. All right, we've done movies. We've been through makeup. They can do a lot with makeup. Just ask Nighthawk. All right? He'll
He's
tell
not waking up and getting makeup done on his arm.
Whatever, Terminator.
He's fucking.
But anyway, this is all I'm going to say.
He didn't even know. He was like, "What is this from?"
Yeah. Well, this is all I'm going to say about it. Listen, because Uncle Ryan, I do want to have respect for all parties involved. I don't want to give out personal
Nobody's
information.
giving anything out.
But I've tried to tell y'all.
Some shit went down.
I tried to tell y'all.
and somebody
though,
had to hold the Terminator back. That's what
I tried
happened.
to tell y'all, though, don't try the Terminator. All right? You don't believe me? People try them. Guess what? That's your fault. I have been here, told you what the Terminator is. You don't want that, okay? You don't want that smoke. The guy went and walked home, decided, guess what? I'm going to fight the sidewalk, and we're going to see who wins. The sidewalk's going to get in some licks, going to break my nose, going to break my mouth.
Maybe
my eye.
Or maybe not.
But guess what? I'm going to get up. It's not. I'm going to walk home, wash this shit off, lay with the wife, maybe. Get up next morning, drink another beer. Championship level. So, you know, you got to try it a little bit.
Yeah, don't fuck with him. Don't fuck with his family.
Don't fuck with the believe me, trust me. The last two guys, so here's the story. All right, here's the gist, okay, sons? Don't try the GOAT, don't try the Terminator. All right?
That is the moral of the story.
Don't try them. Don't try Uncle Randy. Listen, you try Uncle Randy, goddamn. Listen, you're going to get jujitsu.
You try
you're
Uncle
gonna
Randy.
Get a wheel kick. You're going to get the wife on your face.
Thank you.
And that's more deadly than anything. So I'm not even going to have to do anything. The wife's going to be on you, cutting you.
Get a shank right to the ribs.
So don't do that, all right? If you want to try somebody,
just don't.
I wouldn't try any of the Silvertown Core.
Nobody. Because even if any of the Silvertown Core, the dudes aren't scrappy, their wives will fucking cut you. Like,
are you trying to say that Fire Marshal Bill is not masculine? And
I didn't say anything.
And that Mrs. Fire Marshal Bill is the more scary? Because that's what I'm saying.
No.
She's terrifying.
I'm not saying that at all, but I'm saying
Mrs.
that
Kilmer is much more deadly than Mr. Kilmer. That's true. And that you're
in
much
different
more
ways.
deadly than Uncle Randy. Yes, that's true.
Sure. Okay.
So I'm just agreeing with your statement. So just
I
say
didn't
what you mean.
throw anybody under the bus.
Say what you mean, that the women are much better fighters than the men.
And that maybe Mrs. Flash.
Oh, she's way more deadly. Mr. Flash
is a kitten.
The Flash is a kitty cat. Just a newborn kitten that wants to love you.
So sweet, wants to love
He's
everybody.
He's the nicest guy in Silvertown. Mrs. Flash will kill you instantly.
And she's correct. She said the wives in general. Wives in general, number one.
I'm just saying, say it. If that's what you mean, because I agree. Dude, we got some mean-ass fucking women in this fucking motherfucker. Not mean all the time, but you fuck with them.
When it matters.
It's really bad for you. I feel for...
Fuck with us or our children. We will murder you, and nobody will find you.
It scares me a lot
Nobody
of times.
will
Like
find
a lot
you.
of these guys, I'm like... Oh,
We've got access to boats and lakes that go on for all kind of canals.
Blocks.
All kind of canals. Nobody's going to find you. So just don't fucking try
women are way meaner than men. Like, we talk about it. Listen, I got stories for days about me and the GOAT and Nighthawk. And
it's all fucking fluffy.
Listen, you see Stallone and Shay making love on a float. And that's real, sons. That's real.
It's real love.
And yeah, they're physical special. If you look at hey, take a look. Watch that thing in slow motion. Shay's got the abdomen. Hey, Daddy O'Shea's bringing the abs to Silvertown Summer this year.
He's had them.
But he's bringing them again. He's working hard. I saw him at the gym this morning. And some bitch bust his ass. So
he's bringing them again.
He's bringing the abs.
And Stallone is not a fatty two shoes like he says he is.
He's a huge motherfucker.
He's just a big dude. And him and Shay make magical love together down a slide. And it's great.
You got to have balls and murdering skills the size of a dump truck to be like Mrs. Kilmer. She'll just be like, I'll sit in a golf cart.
Fuck all of you people.
Y'all do whatever you want. I'll sit right here in the golf cart.
By myself. I don't care about you.
And then I'll go home, take a bath, and watch Dateline.
Yes.
That's the sign of someone you don't want the smoke from.
God, I love it so much.
She watches all the murder shows.
I respect it. Yeah, we have access to digging equipment, boats. Don't fuck with us. I'm telling you.
So...
no one finds you.
Yeah, reach out to the GOAT or Uncle Randy, though, if you got... listen, I'm not going to put anything out there publicly. But reach out to the GOAT or Uncle Randy if you'd like to know what's going on this weekend. That's all I'm going to say. If you want to know what could or could not be happening this Saturday, reach out to the GOAT, DM him, which he's never on Facebook unless he's watching this, which basically means DM Uncle Randy, which is fine. I have gotten the full go-ahead. If you want to borrow the GOAT's house or borrow something from their home, Uncle Randy can make that call for them.
Oh, my God.
And tell you whether you can come borrow some ketchup, a ladder, whatever. I have full authority. And I will.
$4,000, whatever.
Oh, I feel bad for Bonnie. She does. Mrs. Sway, a.k.a. Mrs. Flash, she has one of those faces that are terrifying. And that's not her fault. She's a very pretty lady,
she's beautiful. RBF, but I do too.
You. Yeah, I agree. And me too.
People fucking think I am the biggest bitch ever.
How many people think I'm nice?
I know.
By looking at me. Name them.
Nobody.
Thank you.
But
So,
that's the misconception is people look at you.
It is a huge misconception. And it's the same way with Sway, Mrs. Flesh.
People don't even get to my RBF because they look at you and they're fucking, and they're terrified and they run the other direction. And then once they get to know us, they're like, oh, he's a kitten. Brooke is way more terrifying just in general.
Yeah, I think Mrs. Flash is right there with me on like first judgments, which are wrong.
Yeah.
If you look at us, you'd be like, those two are meaner than
the
fuck.
Fucking biggest assholes ever.
Yes. She has it. She knows my plight. Like, then there's the B's, 1A, 1B, all those.
Yeah.
But I think me and Mrs. Flash are top. Like, it's.
But yeah. Y'all are, and she's super nice.
And then you
so
see
are you.
like the Flash, and he's so nice.
He's
overly nice. Like
yes.
Everyone nice to everybody. That guy's the sweetest. So.
I know. Hey, and that's how you are to me.
And that's how I am when you get to know me. Like, just ask Fire Marshal Bill. Like, Fire Marshal Bill will give you the best explanation of Uncle Randy you want. If you want to know what Uncle Randy's really like, talk to Fire Marshal Bill. He'll tell you. He's like, dude, I wish everyone could know you for real. Because then they would love Uncle Randy.
I know,
more.
But then his wife just said, Fire Marshal Bill's scared of Brooke. And I wish he wasn't so scared of me. Because I love him. I love all of them.
Hey, let me tell you, he minds his...
There's nothing to be scared of.
Mrs. Fire Marshal Bill,
you
though,
guys.
He stays on his P's and Q's around Mrs. Brooke. Because it's Mrs. Brooke to Fire Marshal Bill. Mrs. Brooke, I'm so sorry. Miss Brooke, this.
Oh my God, Kilmer said he's scared of me too. What the fuck,
hey,
y'all?
If Kilmer's scared of you, that's a thing. Because that guy is a superhero. I've said it.
What? Come on.
Listen,
I'm nice to you guys.
I put Kilmer and Terminator in that where I don't think they're fully human. Like, mostly human, but not all the way.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, Shay posted the video of Kilmer mowing his lawn with the calves.
Yeah. They're
powerful.
Yeah, the high-end lawn equipment, championship grade grass.
I mean, the grass is out of this world.
Oh, Kilmer.
All right.
Well,
I love you guys though. There's nothing. You guys have nothing to be scared of.
Sure.
Other people,
be afraid, son.
Don't be.
Be afraid. Don't fall for the trap. It's a trap.
Randall's trying to blink twice.
It's a trap.
He's like, trap. Come save me.
That's hilarious, though. That's not. I don't want Miss Fire Marshal Bill to think that. She said Fire Marshal Bill said the other day that driveway beers means Brooke doesn't want to save her. That's hilarious. What he's joking, but what he's saying
what
is,
have you told these people?
Nothing. But what he's saying is that means Mrs. Brooke must have said no one come inside and we have to stay out, which is what he's thinking. Which is not because you're outside too.
I was out there too.
Yeah. But I do love Fire Marshal Bill, dude.
That means it's nice weather outside, and we were sitting outside having beers.
Let me tell you what
y'all don't need to read too much into these.
Let me tell you what that proves.
Invites.
The Fire Marshal Bill is evaluating every situation from all angles, and that's why I love Fire Marshal Bill. He is trying to find: am I inconveniencing someone? Am I not? That's why he's going to be our mayor and probably our governor.
Oh my God. If Randall invites y'all over, just come the fuck over.
It's true, but still be scared. Be a little scared. It's just the right way to be, because I'm a little scared always, but I just don't say it.
Y'all don't really need to be scared of me. I will fucking let you know if you need to be scared.
She will. That's true too. She'll tell you. She told, like, that's the thing. Her and Kilmer have like this psychological connection, which is true for like true psychopaths on a small level. Like, you got to be kind of a little crazy. Where Kilmer's like, I'm gonna leave, bro. She's on a different level. She's saying to get. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, don't even ask. I'm just gonna go.
Don't make eye contact. Just fucking go.
So he'll go.
Yeah, spills are easier to clean up outside, but it was just because the weather was nice. We were outside. Nice.
Yeah, and you guys are,
you guys are always welcome inside my house. Jesus.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we're gonna run out of here. Hall of Famer. 2 times over, sons. And listen, everybody go home. Listen, dream about the GOAT, Nighthawk, and Uncle Randy running
threesome. All 3 of them.
Think about us, sons. When you think about other things, think about the 3 of us and the plight that we've seen some shit y'all have never seen, all right? We were eating ramen noodles, waiting tables, sons. And that's it. Oh, I do want to talk about that. Mrs. Flash, after the last softball game, we talked about all the smoke when Uncle Randy was chiming up and was worried he was going to get ejected again.
This was on your softball podcast, but yeah.
Uncle Randy, got a little pissed off. All right. Uncle Randy kicked up into silverback gorilla, Uncle Randy.
Yeah. So what did Mrs. Flash do? Did she also get did she about to shank somebody?
Yes. just like you
Good.
would have.
I would have too.
Yeah. No,
we
she's
would have been
absolutely.
We would have been bad for each other if we were there.
I was thinking, I was like, oh, that's not good. Mrs. Flash is in the stands. This is bad for them. Because it got out of hand, sons.
Because if I would have been there, we would have been out there like finding where that umpire's car was and like slashing his tires.
Oh, see, I wasn't there. They went to Donovan's after. She said they tried to start some shit there. I wasn't there, so I don't know about this part.
And Lexi was there.
No, that's no good. Yeah, then you're digging your own grave, sons. That's your bad because trust me, you're much more likely to catch an overhand right from Mrs. Flash than Mr. Flash.
Well,
That's no knock on Mr. Flash, but she's going to come over the top.
Well, especially if there are kids there. You don't challenge
I
somebody.
Still think whether
Mama
that
bear.
or not, but add that on, that's extra. But I think she's more likely to swing on you than the Flash.
She's definitely more likely to swing on you. And then if her kid's there and Mama Bear mode is on there too, everybody's murdered. Yeah.
But no, I mean, I could hear her in the stands. I could feel her. I know that she's
feel
violent.
the presence of her anger.
But, Uncle Randy came out like a silverback. And we talked about this on High School Legends. I was throwing my poo everywhere. I was pooing in my hand and throwing it all over everybody, which is an old trick I learned from the GOAT back from our coffee shop days.
And Nighthawk.
Throw your poo.
Okay.
Nighthawk never really did it.
No, he just lays back in the cut. All right.
All right, so we're going to roll out of here. Listen, we love you, sons. All right? We'll talk to you again soon. And until then, listen, we love you. Go fuck yourselves. Fuck a neighbor, goddamn. Learn about a neighbor and explore their bodies, sons.
Explore it with 2 of your other friends.
Yes.
From childhood.
2 other from childhood. Yeah. Send us your stories too, sons. All right. We'll talk to you later. Go fuck yourselves. Fuck your mothers.
Bye.
Love you.
Did you see Ryan's?